with Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, preparing in his head all the things he's wanted to be said. 90 minutes for Phil to fill with so much time to kill. He promised Char, but all he does instead is beg and shell. The stream's online and straight away begins to wane, but all is fine as long as Char's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to enjoy, like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran through to feel so insecure. The money earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. His support is also slow and stays so low and fails to grow. You never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Most victims across the board we charge toward because this code can't be ignored. Just how much DSP makes us all feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch it creep, we play bingo while Phil will bitch on why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across our screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals our soul machine. He's not in burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if Andrew fans chatters can't see if others make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and slaps his leg before launching into a bike, pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of Claw's cat and fatty wife and all his strife will forgetting the tits and well, they were right. With drama he will react, but as an actor it's a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. 3 streams nearly over and a win is in sight, with little white despite Phil delight that tits were not light. We'll say alright, it is okay, and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tits will help from being off the other day, and with those words we win again. It's never if but always when the game is won, and thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for Wednesday, Friday the 13th of June 2025. That's right, Friday 13th. Fucking shite yourselves, I guess, you know what I mean? Spooky Friday 13th and all that jazz. Yeah, I actually forgot it was Friday the 13th until like I knew it was Friday, I knew it was the 13th, but I never connected the dots until like briefly, you know, earlier on today. Like, it's strange. I didn't think in the past. I used to be the biggest pussy in the world. When I was a child, I was scared of fucking shit like Friday the 13th because I was superstitious, you know, bad things happen. And Halloween, you know, I was such a bitch when I was a fucking kid, I really was. But I was scared of like Halloween and Friday the 13th and all this fucking dumbass shit. But yeah, it is Friday the 13th, you know, so if you enjoy that sort of date, fucking hooray for you and all that jazz. Speaking of scary people, Will Burnell has not showed up yet. He has not turned up in his chat yet. He's not in either chat. See, we're still waiting for Phil Burnell to show up for his shorter than usual show. Phil is preparing a 30-minute or so fake podcast to make time for him playing demo gameplay today. So yeah, expect short bingo, expect a quick game, but we are using the 3x3 bingo card today, and as well as that, we have 2 free spaces carried over from yesterday. So there we go, that's some good stuff indeed. Now, in case you're wondering what happened yesterday, Phil also got the majority of his support on a day stream on the podcast before gameplay even began. So Phil naturally was very happy because the podcast delivered him the money that he feels he fucking deserves. The night stream though was a different matter entirely. Phil was playing Clair Obscur and he didn't get the money he thought he deserved. This was a final outing for Clair Obscur, and yeah, the compilations that some people have made have been incredible. Also, Analogies put his own compilation together, but so does Sunny, Sunspot Gallery. He put his own compilation together as well. I enjoyed watching it earlier on. If you've not seen it yet, here it is for you to enjoy.
Well, great story, great gameplay, great graphics, amazing music. Like, it's very hard to find a part of the game that's not good when you're thinking about it. It's like, what actually was the flaw of the game?
And there you go. There you go. Phil only made 20 buckaroos on the night stream playing this game. Some of the things that Phil came out with in the stream was incredible. Like it's not just the sort of guilt tripping. You need to hear it for yourselves. And I'll point out what happens, but you need to hear it to believe it.
Today was an interesting day yet again. What do we have for dinner? We had big ass turkey burgers. All right, so guys, here's the deal. Please support the stream tonight. And what I mean by that, please support the stream. We actually hit goals the last couple of streams. I want to keep that momentum going. We're at 14 out of 20 goals hit. Obviously, next week, you guys want to see DSP tries it mod pizza.
Nope.
Do you not? I do. Let's do it. Let's get some support right now. Let's get our first super chat of the night right now. There is little to no interest whatsoever in my viewing audience for the game. Let's get our first sub of the night over on Kick right now. You know, you're e-begging and you ask for contributions. Yes, I do. It seems like the audience who like the game just haven't been able to support it that often. Let's get a tip right now. Let's do it. How about some memberships right now to get started? If I don't bring it up, I don't get support. The support ended up dwindling and drying up. Come on, right now. Right now. We're going to boot the game up. Let's get some support right now. Oh, he's big. He's big. Guys, did you not hear what I said? I guess you're fucking deaf. Support Clair Obscur tonight. Okay? You get it? Hello, everyone, and welcome. It is truly the end game now. Oh, some shout-outs. That is $8 of support. To start.
What the hell was that? Like, he's not even paying attention to the gameplay. He looks bored out of his mind, and then his excitement perks up. Oh, is it an exciting moment in the game? Is there something he's looking forward to? A cool little mission or whatever? A fucking boss fight? No. His excitement perked up because of money. Watch again. Watch his reaction to money.
Oh, some shout-outs. That is $8 of support to start us off tonight, right? Because we had nothing. Hero. So $8 of support to start. Let's get going.
Let's spill some ink.
Oops.
The constant scanning of chat for contributions. It was just so cringe. Maybe you should remind them, Phil, that you need money.
Storm is coming.
And now, what we need to do is... Come on, guys, let's get some support for the end game and finale of Clair Obscur tonight. Cool. All right. Whee! Well, I think it's a shortcut for re-upping your sub on Kick. That counts for tonight. Thank you for the support. Okay. Can someone give Sports Guy a VIP or OG badge? All right, I'll make the offer tonight. If someone gives 10 subs on Kick, I'll give you a VIP badge, or you can gift one. If you
Spoiler alert, nobody fucking did that. Also, hello Ramon Sanchez, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. But yeah, nobody took Phil up on his offer.
20 subs on Kick, you get an OG badge and a VIP badge, and you can keep it or gift it. It's up to you. I'll make that offer tonight, because obviously I want to hit the goal tonight for the conclusion of Clair Obscur. All right. Number one, I have to pee really bad. Number two, we have 2 tips that came in. First tip is $2.22. Listen to this. Here's a tip, take the full shift. Whatever that means. Okay, thanks. I don't know what that means. Then I got a $5 tip. So we're getting a little bit of support for the finale of it.
What an ungrateful bastard. People, he hasn't had any support. So people, not everyone, Phil, can throw you fucking $10, $20, 50 fucking bucks. Be happy that anyone wants to give you anything, for fuck's sake. You know? It's just ridiculous. But he's like, oh, we've had a little bit. It's not the amount I want to. You know, he gets the money, but it's not the money he desires, and he's going to just sit there and complain that he was only given that much. It's just the ungratefulness of it all.
Clair Obscur tonight. Thank you guys. That's $7. We're up to 21. Guys, please support the conclusion of Expedition 33. I will be right back. Someone says their name is Jalen and they tip me $1. Well, thank you for the $1 tip. Guys, it would sure be great if I could get some more support for the conclusion of Clair Obscur. Let's push forward. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to play a game. The game is Match the Tip.
Oh god, this fucking game. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Phil had an idea for a fucking game. Listen to how wonderful this game sounds.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to play a game. The game is Match the Tip. So right now the top tip is $5. Someone match that tip and increase it by a slight amount. So increase it by like a penny. Do like 501. And everyone keeps doing that and do a little bit increment, until finally I'm rich. Let's do that. It's my little game. I like to call it Make Phil Rich. Guys, did you not hear what I said? I guess you're fucking deaf. So no one's playing the game? No one's playing the top beat the tip game? Why not? Come on, it's just 501 to start. Do it. Daddy. Big Daddy.
I don't know why I fucking randomly said that during the fucking gameplay, but I'm just gonna assume things that Cat has never said to Phil in bed. So it's always a very serious moment in the game, you know, cutscene time, whatever, very serious story modes, narrative shit. And Phil's attention is glued to his own fucking chat looking for contributions.
You treat me as if I'm still 5.
I treat you as if the shadow from the worst day of our lives is going to suffocate you and take you from us too!
There's no fucking way. There is no fucking way he chose that moment to goat laugh. There is absolutely no fucking way. I refuse to. I want to believe that was an edit by Sunspot Gallery. I refuse to accept. that Phil chose that moment to laugh. And his little stupid little goat laugh way. I refuse. Oh, Phil's awake and he's online. Has he said anything? Hold on. Thanks. Let's rewind the stream. He said good morning, and that was it. Wow, how exciting. But yeah, Phil, it's a very serious moment in the game, and Phil got laughs.
Two! Kill yourself.
Well, great story, great gameplay, great graphics, amazing music. Like, it's very hard to find a part of the game that's not good. I'm not sure. I don't even know what to say is a flaw. If anything, the flaw is that I'm a streamer, right, who has to share this gameplay with all of you, and I can't just sit here and enjoy one game at a time. And I know that lengthy RPGs are not for the majority of my audience, which sucks, because it is for me. I love this style of game. It's a shame here we are, a month and a half after it came out, almost 2 months after it released, I'm getting the first ending, and I can't do any of the Act 3 side content because no one wants it.
Riddle. So I have a theory for you. I have a hypothesis to run by you guys. Okay, bear with me here. Okay, you know how Phil likes to fucking maintain his narrative that he's not a paid shill. He's his own person, he's his own boss, whatever, and he can play whatever he wants, and he'll get fucking support for it. If that was the case, then Phil would have no problems playing this game and games like it on a regular basis. But he says he can't do that because of money. Phil says that he needs to be a variety content creator because of money, because his audience are not going to support him playing one game for a lengthy period of time. Instead, Phil has to fucking have variety in order to keep them entertained. Because apparently his audience don't have the fucking patience or the fucking attention span to see him play one game out from start to finish if it's fucking longer than 30 hours. So would that not make Phil technically a shill? for not adhering to his own desires and not fucking, you know, obeying what he wishes to do, and instead he fucking gives in to demands of his audience. But what is so different from being a paid shill in that regard? Phil is not doing what he wants to do for a paycheck. The difference is he's not fucking shilling it to some sort of corporation. He's, you know, doing variety because he thinks his audience will give him money for doing variety.
My audience is telling me every single time I play it, don't play it. It's boring. Look at tonight. Look at the support. Right? Nothing. Almost none. Zero. People don't want the game, even though I think it's amazing. So that wasn't even a legit, that was an auto resub above me. Your future stepdad auto resubbed for 2 months. He wasn't even an active contribution. So there you go. It's one of my favorite RPGs that I've done as a content creator, hands down, by far. And, you know, I would love to do the content, but in 2025, the viewing audience doesn't want it.
Yeah, blame the fucking audience for you not getting fucking money, you fucking hypocritical bitch. Also, Phil apparently done like an hours of overtime. Like, he stayed like an hour longer than usual, determined and hoping to try and get some sort of last second Whale Mary contribution, and it wasn't forthcoming.
You know what I mean? I don't know what else to say. It sucks. Again, let this be a lesson. There's a double-edged sword to making a living, also doing what you love. Because you have to make decisions based on what's going to keep stuff afloat. And as much as I like this game, I mean, look, I finished it. And how many streams did we do? 3, 4, 5 streams recently that weren't hitting any support. Look at tonight, we got like 20 bucks. But I'm still playing it because I wanted to see the ending, right? You know, it just sucks that for bizarre reasons, people will come and support other stuff, but not this game. Again, it has to be the length. It has to be that it's an RPG. Things that I like lengthy RPGs. I do. For those of you who have been here all along, there's some people in chat right now. You've been sitting here watching all morning. So now, send a sub. Who've been here for the whole playthrough. I want to say a special thanks to you. I understand that not every single person out of the thousands of people in a year that watch me do content can support playthrough. I get that. But you're still here, and you're still enjoying, and you're still engaging, and I do appreciate you, you know? But you have to understand...
No, he fucking doesn't, he? He doesn't appreciate fucking shit. If he fucking appreciated them, they wouldn't fucking hark on forever about fucking not getting fucking money. If he really fucking appreciated the fucking smaller contributions, he wouldn't fucking say it's a start. We have a small start. Can somebody beat the small contribution straight away? He wouldn't hark on and bitch and whine and moan about that fucking ridiculous, you know, like, no, he doesn't appreciate shit. He never fucking has. The only thing he appreciates is a big hefty fucking whale throwing money his way on any fucking particular day. Because I said this time and time again, the difference between a good day and a disaster day for Phil Burnell is the kindness of one person and their deep fucking pockets.
It's tough for me. I want to do stuff like this, and I can't continue at this point. I think what I'm thinking is give it a rest. Maybe later this year, bring it back as a few chill night streams here or there. I'll let you know when we can sprinkle them in. So I absolutely want to explore and check out this content. Okay, I do. Look, there's 2 clouded areas we never even got to access. There's all the things that were floating. There's areas that we couldn't get to that, like, there, you know, there's tons. So, all right? And please understand, I will never discredit a game like this in my Game of the Year countdown simply because it didn't resonate with all of my audience who support my content. Never. The game is superb. The game is absolutely a masterpiece. I hope you understand that, okay? So,
if that was the case, then is Marfin going to be on your list?
This very lengthy Clair Obscur playthrough, I want to say thank you all to everyone who was here and was a part of it. I enjoyed it, and you know, we shall see what happens in the future, but I would like to go back to it at a future date. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you in the future, hopefully, for some side content. Peace out.
So that's the end of YouTube mode. There's more though.
I hope that you guys enjoyed the stream. It's a shame we got 20 bucks of support yet again for the game. That's why, that's it. I can't keep doing streams. I have to do stuff. People are going to show up for it and support. It's a business as well as a hobby. You get that, right? You get it? It is what I love, but it also is my job. So it'd be like if you have a job, let's put it this way. Let's say you have an office job, right?
Oh, don't you fucking dare start pretending you fucking know what it's like to fucking work in a fucking office job, Phil. The last time you fucking worked in a goddamn office, they're probably fucking using Windows XP or some fucking bullshit. You have no earthly concept of what it's fucking like in current day to work in a fucking office job. Were they even using flat screen fucking monitors then? I don't fucking think so. You know what I mean? Were they on dial-up internet or were they on fucking brain? What was... It was a long time. It was like fucking 16, 17, 18 years ago since you last had a goddamn office job. You're so out of touch, you don't even understand.
And there's one part of your office job you absolutely love doing, but you can't do it all the time. You're outright told by your bosses, that's not what we need you to do all the time. Sometimes that's good, but if you just do that one thing all day, that's not getting the whole job done. You still got to do this and this and this and this. You have to stop doing what you like and do the other parts of your job. And that's how I have to take this, you know?
So Phil's analogy is kind of fucking dumb because he's like saying, well, if you don't do what you're paid to fucking do, you're gonna get fucking fired. So how does that apply to Phil Burnell, who is his own boss? He creates his own schedules, he determines what he fucking plays on streams every single fucking day. Like, Phil's analogy, it makes no fucking sense whatsoever, because his example is that if you're an employee and someone else is your fucking boss, but he's his own boss. He decides what he fucking plays. Is Phil gonna have to fire himself for picking a shit game?
I did tell
well, not a shit game, but a game that's fucking gone on too long for his content.
Through it, and I accepted that there were going to be nights like tonight where no one was really going to support, and I kind of swallowed it. You know what I'm saying? And I said, well, it is what it is. I tried to pull out all the stops. I made offers for badges. I did everything. Sometimes.
Wow. He pulled out all the stops, including bribery. Bribery didn't work, and Phil's like, oh, I got no fucking options left. I tried to fucking bribe and everything, and they didn't care.
Life is life. Que sera, sera, right? All right. So, I hope you will come back and hang out and engage and support the final day of the week. Sucks that I knew all week, I said, I'm going to beat Clair Obscur and no one's going to be there to support. And I was dead on correct. There's even people who normally do support who sat there and didn't support tonight.
Jesus Christ, that is there. That right there is probably the worst fucking, that's the worst of it all. Can you imagine looking in your chat, seeing a name you recognise as a known whale and thinking to yourself, ah, great, so-and-so's here. They're good for $100. And then they don't come up with the money. So you feel compelled. Like he didn't directly call them out. But it's like they'll know who they are. Can you imagine being a known contributor to Phil and him kind of sneak disc calling you out this way? That is unbelievable to me. There's people there who have deep pockets who chose not to give me money today.
To support, and I was dead on correct. There's even people who normally do support who sat there and didn't support tonight because they don't like Clair Obscur. There's not much I can do about that, folks, okay?
What do you mean there's not much you can fucking do about it? You fucking know the game wasn't popular. You fucking know the game wasn't getting attention. You fucking know the game wasn't getting support, but you decided to fucking keep playing the fucking game anyway. Knowing all this. Like, you're very... People kept fucking talking with a fucking wallets and you fucking ignored the fucking feedback you were fucking getting, Phil. So don't you fucking dare try and claim, or there's nothing you could do. You could have done plenty to avoid a slow night like this, but you fucking chose to keep going instead. So this is entirely on you. Don't fucking pretend, Phil. Do you have no responsibility for getting a fucking slow stream playing this fucking game? We just had previous multiple fucking slow streams because people are fucking fed up of you fucking taking forever to complete the fucking game.
Okay. All right, everyone. Peace out and have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
And the game decides, oh, you're slightly off. No! Wait!
And that's basically kind of the end of the Sunspot video. So, good little video there for Sunspot. Very robust indeed, if I do say so myself, you know. Good old bacon sweats. The bacon sweats are quality stuff indeed, you know. Anyway, Phil said something dumb in that compilation you were on. I felt compelled to make a YouTube short of it. I don't make a lot of YouTube shorts, you know. I very rarely do it. I haven't made a YouTube short since 2023. But Phil said something so dumb, I felt compelled to make a short.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play a game. The game is match the tip. So right now the top tip is $5. Someone match that tip and increase it by a slight amount. So increase it by like a penny. Do like 501. And everyone keeps doing that. Do a little bit increment, little bit increment. until finally I'm rich. Let's do that. It's my little game. I like to call it Make Phil Rich.
You need to go back to the drawing board because your game absolutely sucks!
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play a game. The game.
Yeah, so I felt compelled to make that on because why the fuck not, you know? So yeah, Phil's game was crap, and he fucking knows it. Nobody fucking cared about his fucking game. You know, nobody gave him money for it, you know. So his game was absolute just dog shit, and even The Rock agrees with me, you know. So there you go. Even The Rock agrees. Hint, hint. But is Phil live yet? He is not live yet. I assume he's gonna go live soon. You guys, so Phil also because of Phil's very bad night stream. He had an 11-minute daily crap. I've not seen any of the shit. I skimmed it earlier on to try and get good thumbnail stuff, you know, but I've not actually heard anything from it yet. So how about we watch the daily crap at 1.5 speed, of course, to see how much he cried and bitched and whined and moaned.
Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Daily Wrap, for what was Thursday, the 12th of June, 2025. Today was an interesting day yet again. A good mix of content, a podcast where we covered a lot of ground regarding what new games I'll be playing as a result of me dropping Mind's Eye, and also going through the entire game schedule for the rest of the year, looking at the set dates that are out for game releases. Then jumping into a lot of gameplay today. Sheesh. You know, so much gameplay today. Finishing up an ongoing playthrough, which I've been playing for like the longest freaking time, but also making really good progress in a DLC. So let's talk all about that. Here we go. So, Level 1 podcast today. Definitely check it out if you want to be informed on all the stuff that I'm interested in doing for the rest of the year. We went through the entire game schedule and wrote down all of the set release dates for games that I'm absolutely interested in. There's a lot this year. Plus, there's going to be a lot of games that don't have set release dates as of yet, but probably will get them at some point. And of course, those will be interested in as well. But I only really recorded those that had the concrete set dates. So after looking at that, we realized likely it's going to be around early to mid-August when there's almost nothing going on with the releases. And that would be a good time for some downtime playthroughs. For example, some of the games we've talked about are Suikoden 2 HD or maybe a Grand Theft Auto 4 run with mods on PC. We'll see. But anyway, in addition to that, we talked about a bunch of new games that I could play now because we're not going to play Mind's Eye. And there was a lot of good ideas. Seriously, notable ideas of maybe go back and play games that I missed, like Onimusha 2 HD or Deltarune, which just came out. Maybe start early on Suikoden or GTA 4. Or maybe do something completely different, like take up some of these games that are driving games and try them out on my Logitech racing wheel. So we talked all about this. And
oh, Jesus, yeah, look at that. You can actually see the fruit fly right there. Phil's room is such a fucking pigsty that the fruit flies are out in force. You can see it right there. Oh, there's a bit of that bad boy. That little bugger right there. There he is. And Phil noticed it as well. Phil's eyes follow it. Let's rewind in 5 seconds. But Phil's eyes start to follow it.
Like, take up some of these games that are driving games and try them out on my Logitech racing wheel. So we talked all about this, and we didn't really... There's a gnat in here. Now there's a dead gnat in here. I just squished him. Hold on 1 second. That might have legit been the first time ever on camera a bug buzzed me, landed on my hand, and I squished it immediately. Wow.
Jesus Christ, man. Who would have ever known that Phil had the fucking strength to fucking squish a wee fruit fly? You know, Phil squashed it. He clapped his hands together and Phil's like, wow, I got it. Prophet says free space if we see a fly today. Fuck it. Yeah, why not? Why not? If we identify a fly on his little mini fucking fake podcast, not podcast, we get free space. Why the fuck not? We already have 2 free spaces. And it's a 3x3 bingo card. We only need 7 things to happen before we even start. But yeah, fuck it, why not? If we see a random fucking fly, yeah, that counts.
That's some Mr. Miyagi stuff right there, if I do say so myself. Anyway, so after looking at all of these options, we're in a situation where it's not clear exactly what we should be doing yet. So I said to everyone, why about this? Instead of just running into a new playthrough tomorrow, how about we do something different? Something that could be the likes of which we haven't done in a very long time. Why don't we do a demo day? Why don't we do a day where we sit down and we look at a bunch of game demos from various different genres and play a few of them on a stream and see if they're any good. This will give us an idea if these are games that possibly we actually want to do playthroughs of later this year. And just to give you the example of the games that were selected, we have Hell Is Us, Catch and Chill, Neo 3, Mina the Follower, The 100 Line, and Tenebris Somnia. So here's how this is going to go down tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, there will be a level 1 podcast, but it will be an abridged version. I'll just say hello if there's any brief game news, and then what we're going to do is chill while people start to vote. What's the first game you want to see a game demo of? And then we'll pick that and we'll...
So yeah, that's why free spaces are important today, because it looks like it's going to be a very limited podcast. I mean, also, we know it's going to be quite short anyway, but it seems like Phil's going to have nothing to talk about. To me, I'm imagining tons of fucking dead air. Yeah, so even a 3x3 card with 2 free spaces already, it's going to be quite brutal, I think, with Phil just fucking sitting there waiting for people to fucking decide what he's playing today. So he can then fucking blame them for support being slow, pick the games that he asked them to fucking pick.
Download it, we'll install it. Then as I'm playing that demo, we'll actually go to the next, and people will keep voting for the next one. Will I do 6 demos tomorrow? There's no way. There's no way I'll get through 6. But I feel like we'll get through like 3, maybe 4. And since I'm going to do a shorter podcast, likely what'll end up happening is we will be able to play at least 3 to 4 hours of gameplay and get through a bunch. So it should be a special, fun, early stream of demos. I hope you'll join me for demo day tomorrow. I haven't done one of these in years. Should be great. And I certainly hope that you guys will join me for it. Okay? Cool. Now, that's tomorrow's daytime stream. Okay? Tomorrow night's late stream is going to be something different. Friday Night Fights. We'll talk about that in a second because we might have to change that. We'll see. Anyway, so today's podcast was great. We got through the gaming schedule. We figured out exactly what we were going to do tomorrow for demo day. And then we played Lies of P Overture DLC. I would say today's my favorite day of the DLC. Today we actually made great progress, beat the entire carnival.
And made lots of fucking money. But you know, Phil made tons of money in a fucking podcast at Kide and through the fucking day stream, so naturally, he was a very happy chappy indeed.
Got some rage there because I got lost and couldn't figure out how to leave the carnival. They actually kind of hid the exit, which was really stupid in my opinion, but it is what it is. And then we ended up going to a whole new area, a really cool new underground lab area that's like a prison, but also experimentation. These hideous freaks, and it was pretty challenging and fun. And I got my butt kicked, but I also made good progress. We're actually using new weapons now, Wolverine claws, which is pretty cool. So great progress in Lies of P today. And
oh, the bad man's going live apparently. Yep, he's going live. Oh, Christ almighty. So yeah, we'll just wait for the stream to kind of get going. We'll put him on pause. Actually, while waiting for that to go live, let's refresh the kick ban page. Has he banned anyone today yet? No bans from Filtray as of yet. So he's not, when I say today, not from when he woke up today, his time. You gotta remember, these timestamps are all UK time zones because I'm in the UK. Like 5:22 is like fucking, like, you know, 5:20, I don't know. Wait, 5:22 PM. Why the fuck is, hold on. 5:22 PM UK time, minus 8 of course is like fucking 7 AM. Like so 8 AM, or whatever, you know. Why is one of his moderators in this kick chat at fucking like middle of the fucking night, if they are in the same time zone as Phil, banning people? I got no idea. That's fucking strange. Oh yeah, the bad man's going live. Let's see what he's wearing today, just before we start. Black begging shirt. There we go. The black begging shirt is worn as he looks all forlorn and all that shit. Let's just keep him on pause, make sure the quality is of course on 1080p, and we'll make sure we're also on 1.5 speed, and we'll just build up some speed up just while Phil goes on about how much he hated getting slow support for Clair Obscur.
Great support. We exceeded the support goal. That was excellent. Tonight's late stream was the conclusion of Clair Obscur Expedition 33, the standard playthrough. And what I mean by that is that this game has a ton of optional side content that opens up during Act 3 that apparently everyone says is meaningful, is fun, adds to the story, adds to the gameplay elements and combat, super bosses that are epic fun fights, all of that stuff. And I'm thinking of this in my mind, that's very similar to what Lost Odyssey was. Hell, that's similar to Dragon Quest XI that had a whole second story after the main story ended, right? Problem is, as you know, if you followed along this playthrough, there is little to no interest whatsoever in my viewing audience for the game. I'm not saying it's no one, I'm saying it's like 5% of my audience, if that, who are actually tuning in. And rarely do we get enough people coming by who can support. It seems like the audience who like the game just haven't been able to support it that often. So I'll have one stream of Clair Obscur where we hit a goal, and then I'll have 2 or 3 that we barely get any support at all. And that's bad. Now, I told you guys, listen, I would commit to beating it. Tonight, we beat it. In fact, we had just enough time to beat the story and see one of the endings. There are 2 endings, and apparently there's a checkpoint you can...
What do you mean just enough to... You done like an hour of overtime. The story, I've heard it as a Phil stayed an hour overtime. On the pretense of trying to fucking complete parts of the fucking game or the story, whatever, but the fucking reality was they wanted to try and get support because he only had $28.
Can load if you want to see the other ending, but that's where we left it. And I explained to everyone, and I'll say it here again. My job is an amazing job. I get to do what I love for a living.
You fucking don't. You don't fucking love gaming, Phil. Look, you show more fucking passion shoving a fucking burger down your fucking gullet than you fucking do for fucking playing a brand new fucking video game and exploring that fucking new game, exploring new mechanics, trying to fucking, you know, and feel embraced by the fucking incredible fucking work the game developers put into a brand new game. You don't show any passion when it comes to new game consoles or new games in general. Nothing. Absolutely fucking no joy, no passion, no fucking no love of the craft you fucking claim to fucking. I'm sure Phil used to love playing games. Like, he grew up a gamer. He obviously fucking loved playing games when he was younger. But the simple truth of the fucking matter is that Phil clearly has no fucking love of us anymore. When we fucking see him get more excited and his face lights up when he's talking about fucking food compared to fucking talking about fucking video games and exciting video games and that, then you know he has no fucking joy for his fucking craft anymore. You know, and that's entirely on Phil. Phil chose to fucking try to go all in and make this his fucking living, his livelihood. This is what fucking happens when you try and fucking turn something you're passionate about into a fucking job. It fucking consumes you and you end up fucking hating what you fucking loved because it turns into some sort of fucking business And when the fucking business starts fucking failing, you're fucking, like, you hate the fucking job part of it as well, and you start hating fucking games, you blame the fucking games because you're not fucking making the money you think you fucking deserve. If I was loving the fucking gaming, you know, scene or whatever, that was long fucking gone. As soon as the fucking money started going down the way, they started caring a little less and less about these fucking games.
But it's a double-edged sword when it comes to a situation like Clair Obscur, a lengthy RPG where that's not what most of my audience likes. And because of that, the lengthiness of it, I mean, we're talking it was over 50 hours this playthrough. The support ended up dwindling and drying up. Rarely would we, in the last month when I played the game, rarely did we have a stream where I was hitting a goal. So I still toughed it out, but I explained to the audience tonight, I have to do, and what's right and balance, you know, what's right. In this case, I can't continue to do all this side content of Clair Obscur. I was told there's 20 more hours of side content. That would be the equivalent of 8+ streams, where I would say, well, I'll just accept that there's not going to be any support today. So I can't. But what I did say is this. I love the game so much. Number one, you have to understand this absolutely is going to be a Game of the Year contender for me. It will be in my countdown no matter what. There's no way 9 more games are going to be better than Clair Obscur this year. Okay, that's number one. Number two, this is the kind of game that, let's say, moving forward this year, all of a sudden, one week I have a great week. What if we do a marathon, and the marathon gets a ton of support? Or out of nowhere, someone comes in and does a giant contribution. I'm like, whoa, I'm like way ahead right now on support.
You mean like when somebody comes along, gives you $1,600 out of the blue in one single day? That you then fucking memory hole?
What I'd probably do is take a random stream, whether it's a day or night stream, you know, we can figure out, and say, let's just do some Clair Obscur tonight. Let's go and fly around and explore an optional dungeon, take on an optional super boss, check out some new stuff that we didn't go to before, so we didn't have the opportunity. I would like to do that. And if we do it that way, maybe once or twice a month, maybe, do a Clair Obscur stream, we may still get to see all the side content of the game.
Is he expecting some massive over-the-top whale contribution once or twice a month? Like, he's expecting somebody to potentially come along once or twice a month with like a $2,000 tip. Like, Phil, here you go. Help yourself to one random night stream of Clair Obscur, because I have given you $2,000 to make up for one night stream of Clair Obscur. Because apparently that's what it fucking costs.
And by the end of the year, and it won't be a big deal. It won't be like, oh, I'm still playing this game, you know, ongoing 5-6 months and everyone's complaining. Instead, it's just kind of a one-off stream here or there that we do. What I would do is obviously try to announce it a day or two ahead of time, so those of you that like Clair Obscur could show up. But it's more for me that we get to play it and people get to see it. It's not about the support, because I don't think it's ever going to come. Just being honest, I think there's certain genres of games I'm just not going to get that level of support. Suikoden 1 HD, why do I think that one worked? Because it's a classic and because it's short. The playthrough was under 20 parts. So because of that, people were able to show up and engage in support for the few weeks that we played it. Done, move on. Clair Obscur we've been playing for 2 months. So of course.
If it isn't the definition of a paid shill, I don't know what is. Phil is just openly flat out admitting that he's only playing games for a fucking paycheck. This is what he criticises other content creators for, who do sponsorships, because they're only doing it for the fucking bag. They're not fucking playing the games because they fucking want to fucking play the games. Here he is, flat out admitting that, you know, if the money's there, we'll keep playing it. If it's not there, then bye game. How is that different from? How is that not being a paid shill, Phil? I don't understand.
Of course, it's not going to be able to have that level of support when it's such a smaller audience to begin with, right? Anyway, I certainly hope that you will check out the finale tonight as I upload it. I loved it. I really did. Very few criticisms, if any, for the game. A super duper good RPG. I'm very happy that I played it. Even though it wasn't the biggest moneymaker, it's not about that. It's about games. And I very much enjoyed the playthrough. If you were along for the ride, even if you couldn't support the playthrough ever, I still appreciate you watching and being part of that audience. Thank you for that. Okay? Okay, so Clair Obscur is now done. We will possibly bring it back in the future, but let's give it a break for now, and let's move on. Tomorrow, as I've already stated, a short podcast and a demo day. Tomorrow night is Friday Night Fights. Yes, that's right. For the first time in a week and a half, we're doing fighting games again. I want to play Capcom vs. SNK 2. If you watched that last stream, that was Lag City. We couldn't consistently get good connections with anyone. I'm basically being told the collection is dying and nearly dead on PC. Now, I wouldn't be opposed to buying this Capcom Fighting Collection 2 on PlayStation.
You fucking idiot. Why? The game's dead, Phil. By your own admission, it's fucking dead. Why?
If people could tell me there's more people playing it on there. If there is, then maybe I will do that. Maybe we'll buy it and we'll play it on there. My joystick does work on PlayStation 5, so it would just be a matter of, you know, swapping consoles, you know, from PC to console, and making sure the VRR and everything is on, which I think it is. Just turning it down, I think 1080p, so you get it all, and then playing it on there and seeing what happens. I mean, my ranking would reset, but at the same time, I don't think it's that big of a deal that my ranking would reset. I'd probably still be able to play people. There's no real, like, ranking thing in the game where you can't play people of higher or lower rank. So it might be funny. I might match up with people who have super high rank and I beat them and get, like, a ridiculous amount of points. So
yeah, that's very unlikely. Also, Phil, why does it fucking matter? If the rankings don't fucking mean anything whatsoever, then why are you not making a big song and dance with it? Because you complained about fucking Mario Kart not having a fucking meaningful and proper ranking system where it doesn't matter how many points you fucking get. So why does this fighting game collection get a free pass for that, but Mario gets fucking dragged through the dirt?
Maybe we'll do that. Let's see. But Friday Night Fights tomorrow night, Capcom versus SNK2. I'm off on Saturday. I'm back on Sunday. We'll talk about that and figure that out tomorrow. Okay? All right, everyone. I'm out of here. Have a good night. Thank you for those who did watch Clair Obscur. I'll see you for demo day and for Friday Night Fights tomorrow. Have a good one. Let's end the week strong tomorrow.
Fuck you fucking greedy dick.
Come by. Please support the idea of demos and Street Fighter, and I'll see you then. Peace out.
I know the only fucking demo I want to fucking see happen on your fucking streams is your fucking channel getting fucking nuked to fucking oblivion. You greedy fucking dick. On that fucking note, it is time for some fucking bingo. And to play bingo today, we're going to need a fucking bingo number to pick today's bingo card. So the very first number in chat, whoever's first past the post will get a fucking number for today's bingo card. So the very first number in chat. The very first number in chat I saw was from Sonic, who said 69. Interesting number. Nice. This is today's bingo card we have for today's stream. Need Phil to say and do the following. Read Phil discusses family in some capacity. I'm discussing the weather. I'm saying idiot. You see, DSP tries it. Tired. I'm laughing. I'm saying members. And finally, I'm saying nonsense. So yeah, smaller bingo card today, but it's going to be a shorter podcast. It's not really a podcast, I know. You get what I'm saying though, so yeah. Oh god almighty, so yeah. This won't last too long, as I said, you know what I mean? So free space could be crucial. Even though it's a smaller bingo card, we're not going to have as much time. So yeah, also the aim of the game, as you guys will know by now, is to try and get a full house. 9 out of 9 filled at that bingo square. There's a variety of ways we can get free spaces though to help us on our way to a full house bingo card. For example, if Phil burps, snorts or sips 10 times before he starts recording fresh shitty demos, that gives us all a free space. For every 6 minutes and 40 seconds if Phil begs, that also gives us free space. If Jade shows up and Phil says hi to Jade, we get a free space for that as well. For every 5 new or rejoining members we have to bingo streams, that gives us a free space as well. And finally, in my opinion, the best way for us to get free spaces, if we get 50 likes on this bingo stream before we finish playing bingo, that is 1 free space. If we get 75 likes, that's 2 free spaces. And if we manage to get 100 likes before we finish playing bingo, not only is that 3 free spaces, but you guys also get to enjoy the Bubbles animation made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations to celebrate the 100 likes on the stream. And also, yeah, if we fucking see a fly, we get a free space. Since Phil had a fly in his daily crap last night, you know, if Phil randomly had a fly buzzing about his fucking greasy ass head today during this little fucking mini fake podcast, then we get a free space for that as well, because why the hell not? Because Phil's a clarty bastard, and he's a fucking pig living in fucking dirt, and shit all around him in DoorDash fucking boxes, and fucking empty console boxes just, you know, piling up around him, because his fucking pigsty of a fucking room hasn't been fucking cleaned up in fucking months. Anyway, on that note, I think I've covered all the bases. There's only one more. Oh, sorry, I need to let Phil explain something. So yeah, I'll let him do all the talking for that.
Well, hello everyone, Phil Burnell here, letting you know about King Jad's Bingo and Marbles gameplay on YouTube. Now, you need to leave a post in the community tab to enter, and that's it. A lucky winner will be picked by playing Marbles at the end of the month. It is just that easy. Any mouth-drooling idiot can do it.
Thanks, Phil, you bug-eyed piece of shit, for explaining that for everyone to understand. As Phil says, you've got to make sure you have your own marble locked in and secured. If you haven't fucking got it yet, get it in now. If you cannot find the link in the description of his live stream, then type in the chat !marbles and you should be able to fucking see a link provided for you, showing you a link to the community post, you know. And if you've not yet got your own marble secured, just leave a comment, then I'll add your name to a list of marbles that we have. And also, the more marbles we have, the better, especially on days like today. Why? Because today's Friday. Every single Friday, we try and complete 3 very challenging marble courses after bingo's all said and done. And for every course we complete, it adds a further $10 to the bingo prize fund. How the fuck? For a second, I thought Profit triggered that. Profit typed feet, and right after it, this came up. For a second, I thought Profit fucking hacked the fucking system. But nah, it was actually MRC Midnight that fucking triggered it because he typed marbles. For a second, I was so confused. I was so fucking confused there because I thought Profit somehow triggered the fucking post by typing the feet. I was like, God help me all. So yeah, anyway, as I said, back to the fucking point I was trying to make. Yeah, the more marbles we have, the better our chances are. Stop typing feet, it does nothing. The feet do nothing. Well, it does something for Profit, but that's a different story altogether. But anyway, the more marbles we have, the better our odds are of adding bingo prize fund money. Because obviously we're trying to complete these very challenging 99% elimination courses, okay? And obviously, if we have more marbles, it increases our odds of trying to get at least one marble to get over the finish line and get that completed. So there we go. This is one way though, of course, for us to try and add some bingo prize fund money. As well as that, if we get a full house on a bingo card, it adds $10 as well. A quarter of the money I make on YouTube every single month also goes towards the bingo prize fund. And finally, 100% of tips I get, no matter how big or small, goes towards that bingo prize fund as well. So that is all the ways the bingo prize fund is made up. And the only thing I've got left to do is just to press the random Scottish soundboard button to send us off into battle once more.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
Actually, before we even begin, hold on. Hold 2 seconds, yeah, because it's by sheer coincidence. I think Sonny made something in relation to Prophet the other day. Yeah. Actually, it was raining Lemur. My bad. It was raining Lemur. Well, they made this. Yeah. Yeah, raining Lemur made that. So it's actually no, that's a little bit mean, I think. At the same time, yeah, Prophet's face was kind of like that, you know, a bit, you know. And yeah, and fun fact, Prophet has actually seen a picture of me wearing a kilt. You know. Prophet approves. Holy shit, accurate. So Prophet approves. But yeah, that is actually a fact though. Prophet has seen me in a kilt. So yeah, he I'm not sure if he feels lucky or not, you know what I mean? But there you fucking go. Oh hell. It's from the OSW review. What this thing is? Oh. For a second I thought Rain Lemur made that. Anyway, and it's time for some bingo, guys. Okay, so I'll say shorter bingo today, shorter podcast, whatever. Hopefully we can get the full house. We have 2 free spaces straight from the get-go because I carry over from yesterday's free spaces we had from bingo from then. Okay, it's from it's Mr. OOC's sweaty poor man. Jesus Christ, man, I had no idea. Anyway, whatever. And it's time for some bingo. Good luck, everybody. One more random Scottish soundboard before we start.
Fuck's sake, Jesus! Christ!
Here we fucking go. Good luck.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to a special abridged episode of the Level 1 podcast. Reason being, although I do have a few short topics to cover on today's show, we want to get a lot of gameplay in today because today, after years and years away, is the return of Demo Day. That's right. Back in the day, I used to have entire days dedicated to checking out game demos when they were a lot more prominent. You know, keep in mind that I was a console gamer for a very long time, and over time they phased out doing demos on consoles for the most part. Well, guess what? Now I'm a PC gamer, and now demos are way more prominent on Steam. So today, we'll be checking out a good variety of them. In fact, in just a few moments, you'll start voting on what the first demo will be that we'll check out today. But we do have a few quick things to talk about before we get to the demo gameplay. So sit back and relax. It is a shortened but still fun week-ending edition of the Level 1 podcast.
Who fucking cares? Shitey fucking intro is shitey.
All right, see, for a shortened podcast, we even have a shortened intro. There you go. How's everyone today? It is Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th. I feel like maybe there's something about that date that I should be remembering. I wonder. But anyway, everyone, I welcome you here to the show. Thanks for being here with me today. It is the end of a 6-day streaming week, and it should be pretty fun because today we're doing a good variety of stuff. All right. What I want to do is get caught up on everything that's been going on. We have a couple playthroughs that ended this week. Some I actually finished, some I dropped like a hot rock because they sucked. And so I just want to get everyone caught up on status of everything so you know what to expect next week when I get back from my break, which is tomorrow. And to talk about what we're going to be doing for a new playthrough, seems like at least yesterday, there was a good amount of people that kind of agreed. And I just want to get today's vibe as well because we do have a few days to determine what we're going to be doing next. So anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. 6 days of streaming this week was great. We continued on with coverage of Mario Kart World. Mario Kart World. We had some chill streams with Minecraft and my first ever American Truck Sim stream using my wheel peripheral on PC, which was awesome. It went really, really well. We tried out a new game called Mind's Eye. Just another big disappointment. We actually finished Clair Obscur Expedition 33 last night. We'll talk a little bit about that. And we actually had a very successful stream of Blueprints. So things went really well this week. All right. We even did a DSP Tries It of the Munchies meal from Jack in the Box, which was disgusting and terrible. So, of course, the video did well. What a surprise, right? So I had a great week. I really did. This has been a great week. And now that we're at the end and we had a little bit of extra...
You know, I don't know about you guys. I mean, I don't think Phil's told us if he's had a good week or not. You know, I don't get the impression that Phil's had a good week. If only Phil had mentioned at some point during his fucking little review so far that he's had a good week. But it's just, there's nothing obvious there, you know? There's nothing obvious whether he's had a good week or not, you know?
Time. We're like, what are we going to do today? And I said, well, I haven't really checked out game demos in a very long time. And you guys have been telling me about certain games on Steam that particularly look good that I should try, and I wishlisted a bunch, but then what happened was this last week was the week of all the online gaming presentations because it used to be E3 week, but E3 doesn't exist anymore. And when that happened, a whole bunch of demos released on Steam for a wide variety of games, and people kept hitting me, are you gonna play this one, are you gonna check this one out, this one, this one? I was like, whoa, well, let's see what we could do.
Oh, you're a fucking gaming content creator who's usually all fucking about trying to fucking get on a day one fucking buzz hype for fucking shit being released and dropped and all that shit. So you should be thankful. You got all these fucking people telling you about these fucking new demos coming out. You should be fucking, you know, thanking them profusely and bended fucking knee that they're fucking looking out for your content to try to fucking save your shitey fucking channel, that you're not fucking putting in the effort yourself to fucking look out what's fucking coming out in new demos.
This week to wrap stuff up and finish stuff up and see if there's time in the schedule. Well, it just so happens there is time today to finally explore some game demos. I'm happy for this because this gives me exposure to games that maybe I never would have even played or seen. It also allows me to determine if these are games that I would maybe want to do full playthroughs of in the future. And if not, hey, at least I know what they are, and it's cool to explore for a day every once in a while. You know, back in the day, a lot of these demo days that I would do on the Xbox 360, because yes, that's back when it was prominent. Xbox store had a bunch of demos all the time. And I would just sit down and try a bunch of them and see what...
Well, hold on, Phil. That's like fucking, you know, millennial fucking talk, you know? Before then, to me, when I hear fucking demos being discussed, I just naturally think of the official PlayStation UK magazine and the fucking demo disc that came with every single fucking month. Those demo discs are fucking fantastic, man. Like, I think the magazine was like a $5. You spent a $5. And you get some pretty hefty fucking game news and a fucking demo disc as well, you know? And there's usually quite a few fucking, you know, good few fucking demos, not shit, you know what I mean? I love that fucking shit. You know? I love the fucking, you know, that was like nostalgia for me. That was just fucking a fantastic trip in fucking memory lane. You know? When I think of demo discs, not, you know, or demos in general, I just think of those classic fucking demo discs, you know? Yeah, Steve says, played the ever-loving shit out of the 10 minutes of Resident Evil 2. Exactly. But yeah, exactly. Like, I'm a sucker for it. You know, Steve's like, yeah. Is it weird that I sometimes enjoy playing the menu music, Steve? Like, there's actually playlists on YouTube of the fucking demo disc fucking music, and some of the fucking tunes are just fucking. You get fucking transported back to fucking like the year 2000 or something, man. It's just fucking crazy. But that's just fucking me being an old bastard, being all nostalgic.
Old bastard!
They were. Some would be like 10 minutes long and some would be like an hour or two long, depending on the game. A lot of these were indie games, you know, games that were tossed onto that marketplace for very low dollar amount consumption, you know, $5 games that were just kind of silly jokes. And demo days were fun because you never knew what you were going to see. Well, today, we do have an idea of what we're going to see because we already narrowed it down to 5 games. That's right, I said 5 because actually yesterday we talked about 6, but I realized, thinking about the demos eligible for today, one of them I don't really want to play. Reason being, the whole point I feel of a demo day at 2025 is to expose myself to games that I normally wouldn't have known about.
Don't expose yourself, Phil. Let's not be the first. Don't expose yourself.
Oh, and if I'm playing a demo of a franchise I've already played multiple times, I already know what it is. Why do I need to play the demo, right? So I eliminated Neo 3 from the running today because I don't think there's a point. I know what Neo is. I like Neo. I'm probably going to play Neo. So why do I need to play the Neo 3 demo when we already know it's going to be Neo with better graphics, right?
Also, it's the only one that's on PS5 and he can't be arsed trying to fucking change everything just to set up PS5. That's the real reason. He's just fucking too lazy.
Plus, I'm already playing Lies of P Overture, which is a Soulsborne game. I don't want to stop playing a Soulsborne game to take the time to do the demo for a Soulsborne game. Even though you could say, well, it's not Souls-like, whatever. You know what I'm saying, right? So, today we have 5 games in the running. Allow me to quickly remind you all. The games are...
what was that? Little stop.
Today we have 5 games in the running. Allow me to quickly remind you all. The games are Hell Is Us, Catch and Chill, Mina the Follower, the 100 Line... I want to say it's like the 100 Line War. I installed it. Hold on. I keep forgetting the name of it. The 100 Line Last Defense Academy. That's what it's called. And Tenebris Somnia. Each one of these games is unique. You know, Hell Is Us is an upcoming hybrid action, almost horror-style game coming out in September. Catch and Chill is a retro graphics, relaxing fish catching game that may be fun for chill streams. That comes out in about a week. Mina the Follower looks like it's kind of the spiritual successor to classic Zelda.
Motherfucker. Spiritual successor. Why? Why is it impossible for him to say spiritual successor? Why? Why? God damn it, why? Oh hell, I just, every time. Spiritual fucking successor shenanigans over and over again. It just can't do it.
comes out in about a week. Mina the Follower looks like it's kind of the spiritual successor to classic Zelda on the NES. That's coming out on Halloween. The 100 Line Academy is a game that's basically from the makers of Danganronpa, but rather than it just being a visual novel, actually has like strategy gameplay on like a grid style. And then Tenebrae Somnia, a completely unique game. It's 8-bit horror, but at the same time has real life movie quality cutscenes filmed that are terrifying with the graphics and special effects and things they did in them. It's just like, holy crap, that's scary as hell. So 5 games in the running. And in just a moment, we'll put up the poll. You guys will start voting on what you would like to see as the first game that we do on demo day today. I'm hoping to get through at least 3 demos. Maybe we'll get through more than that. It depends on the time. But that's a good variety of games to try out and see if we like or not. And if there's something that I would continue to be interested in the future and play, or maybe just say, well, we tried it, but not really too interested, right? Well, that is right, Dab Hands.
Fuck you, Dab Hands.
I think I saw that the Tony Hawk demo is on Game Pass. What I would say about that is I'm definitely interested in the Tony Hawk 3 and 4 collection. I can tell you we're going to play it. We're absolutely playing it this summer. But that's another case where I already know what it is, right? Like, I already know those games. So why do I need to play the demo when we already have played the first collection? I loved it, played it to its completion. That would be like, okay, if we get through the other demos for today, then we get to it. I'd much rather enjoy demos for games that I just don't really know what they are, because that's more interesting to me, okay?
Using that logic, why does Phil ever play early access Call of Duty or Street Fighter? You know, like the fucking alpha fucking release, you know, invitingly the beta version. You know, why, if that logic rang true for Phil, why does he fucking commit special fucking like streams to playing early access to fucking Street Fighter 6 and all that shit?
Okay, so that's what's going on today. Now, a couple quick things to get everyone caught up with and everything.
Okay, it's time for some nice little fucking flailing arms there, Phil. Time to fucking beg. I love the fucking flailing arms that warns everyone about to fucking beg profusely. One more time.
So that's what's going on today. Now, a couple quick things to get everyone caught up with and everything before we get into these demos today. So first off, last night I completed the main story of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Now you might say, the main story, why are you putting it like that? Well, because this game has 3 acts. Act 1 is mostly narrative and story with some side content available. Act 2 is mostly story again, and it's an incredibly long, like super long act with some side content available. Act 3 is incredibly short. It's like an hour. And it's only story, except also a ridiculous amount of side optional content opens up in Act 3. Now, the problem here is thus. I've been playing Clair Obscur for over 2 months. I've enjoyed the living heck out of it. 35 parts, and if you do the math, it's over 50 hours I've been playing this game. The problem is, the viewership and the interest in the game has completely fallen off, and people just don't really like it anymore. All right? Not saying everyone, because that's definitely not the case, but it's the mainstream audience, right? This game 2 months ago, everyone was excited to see it because everyone was claiming it was a Game of the Year contender or whatever. But being that it's such a lengthy RPG, unless you've been along with me for this entire 50-hour ride, let's be honest, my 10th to 15th stream of it, you probably don't care, right? So that's what happened, is every time that I've played this game, it completely fell off. And no one cared, and people would come to the streams and complain and say, why aren't I doing something else? Why am I wasting time on this? Now, I don't see it as wasted time. I literally see Clair Obscur as a ginormous Game of the Year contender. All right? I don't want people to think that I'm agreeing with these people saying this stuff. I think it's one of the best RPGs I've played in a very long time. But I am not just someone who plays games for a hobby. I'm someone who streams for a living. I have to make content that people want to publicly consume so that they can enjoy it and reciprocate with support. And what's happened with Clair Obscur is in the last 2 to 3 weeks, every time that I've played Clair Obscur, attendance tanked, engagement tanked, support tanked. There have been 3 to 4 Clair Obscur streams in the last couple of weeks that I didn't even make $50 on a stream. I want you to think about that, okay?
I love how Phil is like fucking pausing for dramatic effect there. Like, we're meant to be hurt by that. We're meant to be fucking appalled by that. It's like, Phil went through an entire stream and didn't make $50. Oh, heavens me. Oh my god, how on earth did he fucking live? How on earth did he fucking manage to fucking survive the following day if he got less than $50 in one singular fucking stream? Like, Phil, it's like, what do you're responsible for the content you put out there. If your audience, you are fully aware that your audience weren't giving a shit about this for the last like fucking month, and you chose to ignore them. So you don't really have a leg to stand on here, Phil. One more time, I felt fucking like pausing for dramatic effect because it only made less than $50 sometimes.
Engagement tanked, support tanked. There have been 3 to 4 Clair Obscur streams in the last couple of weeks that I didn't even make $50 on a stream. I want you to think about that, okay? That's awful. You know, 2-3 hours of gameplay plus, and I can only make $20, $30 is atrocious. So there's a problem there. And it's funny because there are people who really like this game. And they've been very vocal. Oh, why aren't you playing it more? Oh, you're really going to skip the 3rd act content. To which I would respond, listen, this is my job. And this is part of the double-edged sword of doing...
Hang on. What was Phil doing there with his hand?
Are people who really like this game. And they've been very vocal. Oh, why aren't you playing it more? Oh, you're really going to skip the third act.
No, there's no way. Like, I can't see what he's doing. It looks like he's swatting something away, but we have no visual confirmation whether it's a fly or not. You know? Like, yeah, I don't know what he's doing, but you can see why I thought, because I thought, if we see a random fly show up in Phil's fucking little pigsty of a fucking room, we get a free space. And it looks like he's swatting something away, but fuck knows what it is.
Really like this game. And they've been very vocal. Oh, why aren't you playing it more? Oh, you're really going to skip the third act content. To which I would respond, listen, this is my job, and this is part of the double-edged sword of doing what you love for a living. Those lines get blurred. Because if I just did everything that I liked all the time, I'd be playing retro fighting games constantly, I'd be playing lengthy RPGs constantly, I'd be playing a lot more of certain games, by far, okay? But that's not how it works. This is my job. When you go to work, you don't get to tell your boss, hey, I just want to do this one part of my job that I really like. I've decided not to do any other of my job. I just don't want to do it. No, it's not how it works. Okay?
Well, your example is broken because you are your own boss. You dictate the schedule. Like when I go to work, so I go to work Mondays to Fridays. I don't dictate what I do. I am given a series of fucking tasks by my superiors, and I complete those tasks. You know, that's it. I do what was asked of me. I earn my fucking paper. You know, so, you know. But Phil, though, he sets his own schedule. He is in charge of what he puts out for his audience to consume. So his example is massively flawed based on that.
You have to do everything that's going to make you successful, not just the one part that you really like. So I would love to come here and play RPGs nonstop, but I realized it wouldn't work. I have to be playing challenging games. I have to be playing online games. I have to be playing narrative games, but also games where I can have a chance to really interact and hang out with you guys. Think about the success of Truck Simulator over the last month and how it's done really well because those streams are us hanging out talking while I'm also driving, and it's been really good, right? So that's what I mean. And it's a tough situation, but, you know, one of the hardest that I can be in as a content creator. You know, I've been doing this for 17 years, and the reason that I've had the longevity that I've had is because of the variety that I put out. If I just did RPGs, I'd fail. If I only did fighting games, I would fail. But because I do a big variety of content, at any day when you come by, you can see me doing something different, right? Tonight, I'm doing classic fighting games. On Sunday, I'm going to be doing some Lies of P. On Monday, Blueprints. There's going to be Mario Kart, but there's going to be Minecraft. Do you see what I'm saying? There's different audiences who come by at different times to enjoy the different styles of content that I put out, and they may support or not, but usually...
Why don't you back it up with a source? My source is that I made it the fuck up.
The variety works. If I just did too much of the same thing over and over, well, to be honest, I don't think it would work at all. I know, because there have been times when I decided to play a lot of one thing. Take a look at how much I played Baldur's Gate 3, and the channel tanked for 3 months.
Well, Baldur's Gate 3, which fucking got you over $100 on every single stream in tips. Because you get fucking threatened to wage quit it. You get over $100 on tips every single time you play Baldur's Gate 3. So, you play that 10 times, Phil. You made $1,000. That sounds like quite a successful fucking 3 hours to me.
Take a look at times when I've played 2 Mario games back-to-back, and everyone freaked out saying that's Mario overload. So that's what I mean. I know that the variety aspect works, but the problem with that is when you get into an insanely lengthy game like Clair Obscur, now you see the cracks start to formulate in the kind of business model that I have and the kind of streams that I do. As much as I love Clair Obscur, I've played it for over 50 hours. People are tired of it and want me to move on. Is there a small group of people who want me to continue with the game and do all the Act 3 side content? Yes. Do you want to know who's one of that small group of people? Me. But I don't control everything around me in my environment. You know, as much as I like to say I am the master of my own destiny, there are still things that I need to kind of say, well, I got to accept. And the one thing that I got to accept is that, sadly, I just can't do what I want all the time. That's just a fact of life, and especially when you become an adult, you realize, well, that's just reality. So as much as right now I would love to be doing Clair Obscur and do all the Act 3 content, I've been told there's about 20 more hours of side...
Phil. Why'd you fucking say when you become an adult, you can't do it? Like, Phil, you started YouTube when you were, what, 28 years of age? You were almost fucking 30 when you started YouTube. You're in mid-20s, let's be fucking fair, I guess, mid-fucking 20s, you know? So you were a fully grown-ass man when you first dabbled your fucking get-ridden feet into the YouTube realm. You know, you weren't some sort of child stumbling away, like, I wonder if I can do this and say this. So, no, you're a full-grown man-child. So it's like, I'm trying to wonder, like, is Phil trying to imply that when he was in his fucking mid-20s, he was acting like he was a fucking, you know, teenager. What's kind of talk here? Phil's trying to imply that he can't act on YouTube the way he used to fucking act when he wasn't an adult, when he was. Like, I'm just trying to get my head around the fucking wording of this asshole. Like, listen to the wording again.
Can't do what I want all the time. That's just a fact of life, and especially when you become an adult, you realize, well, that's just reality. So, as much as...
So when, Phil, when did you realise you became an adult? Serious fucking question, Phil. When did you fucking realise that you were a fucking human-style adult?
Right now, I would love to be doing Clair Obscur and do all the Act 3 content. I've been told there's about 20 more hours of side content, dungeons, super bosses, extra challenges, and the like. I can't do it. I've got to do other content that people actually want to watch, consume, and then support. Or else, I go out of business. You understand? So, that's what we're doing right now. We have finished the story of Clair Obscur. I actually loved the ending. The game let you choose what ending you wanted, and I liked the ending that I got. The playthrough is now complete. But, and this is a big but, I made a statement last night that I hope you guys understood. Let me repeat it now that we're on the podcast. This is a game that I like so much that I would be willing to go back in the future occasionally when the time is right. You might say, well, when would the time be right to go back to Clair Obscur? Well, basically, if something goes really well with other content. For example, let's say I do a marathon, and the marathon raises a whole bunch of support above and beyond what normally I would do. Well then, hey, throw in a Clair Obscur stream. If I make $10 playing it, doesn't matter because I did so well that week already, right?
So, Phil, you need to fucking define what is an acceptable fucking level of what is above and beyond. Like, Phil, you can't just fucking say above and beyond and not give your fucking audience a fucking number. Give your fucking audience a clear fucking cut number so they fucking know what it is you're fucking looking for. What is above and beyond to you, Phil? Because clearly, for a marathon, it's not $500. That's a damn sure. When Phil's doing a fucking marathon, like the fucking Mario marathon he just fucking had there for the fucking Nintendo Switch 2 release day, and he only made $580 or something, he was pissed. He was hoping for more, he was praying for more, he was expecting more, and he fucking didn't get what he fucking wanted. When Phil was given $1,600 in a singular tip in one fucking day, and a couple of Fridays ago, you know, was that above and beyond? Because that shit got memory hold super fucking fast, I must fucking say. Like, what is above and beyond, Phil? What is the norm? And what is, like, what do you expect or hope for in a fucking marathon? Is it 4 digits? Do you seriously, so remember the one thing, so, the marathons are supposed to be a reward for his audience for hitting goals. Usually 50 goals and 100 goals. The reward for that is usually a fucking marathon as a reward, as Phil saying, thank you guys. Here's a marathon to celebrate you guys giving me so much fucking support. And he turns it around and expects to fucking get more money than usual as a reward to his audience for these marathons. Just let that sink in. He has completely forgotten the purpose of these fucking marathons. These marathons are meant to be a fucking reward for his fucking audience because they fucking gave him so much fucking money and support to hitting all these goals. No. That's gone out the fucking window. The marathons are meant to fucking give him more money than usual.
And same thing going along that line. It doesn't have to be a marathon, but there are days where all of a sudden, right, I would get a big amount of support and I'd be like, okay, well then let's maybe toss in a Clair Obscur stream here. It doesn't matter what support we get because, hey, we're good. And it's funny because trolls, of course, will say, well, didn't that happen 2 weeks ago? Didn't you have a fan that came by and did a big contribution? You know, a ginormous tip? Yes.
That's a factual observation, Phil. Phil, you know, Phil, that did happen. You don't have to be a troll to fucking know that happened. It definitely fucking happened.
Which is why I just played Clair Obscur 4 times in the last 2 weeks, and none of the...
Oh, bullshit. That was not the fucking reason you fucking played Clair Obscur 4 times. No. You were fucking going to complete a fucking game anyway because you thought it was your fucking game of the fucking year. Don't try and fucking spin it around. Listen, Phil, you are using... There's no fucking way. You're fucking... So, at no point in time did Phil allude to the fact that he's still playing Clair Obscur because of that massively, overly generous fucking tip he got a couple of Fridays ago. There's no fucking way. That's just Phil retcon the fucking past to try and fucking give himself justifications to why he fucking kept playing the fucking game that wasn't getting support. Get the fuck out of here. Hear that again.
And it's funny because trolls, of course, will say, well, didn't that happen 2 weeks ago? Didn't you have a fan that came by and did a big contribution? You know, a ginormous tip? Yes. Which is why I just played Clair Obscur 4 times in the last 2 weeks, and none of those streams did well, but I was able to do that. You want...
Wait. So 1,600 divided by 4. So hold on. So, because Phil got the equivalent of $400 per stream, he played it 4 more times. Yeah. So Phil got $1,600, and he thought to himself, great, you've earned 4 more streams. That seems a bit excessive, Phil. Your goal was 150. So, wow, you charge your audience essentially $400 Clair Obscur stream. Well, you didn't really charge him, I guess. You fucking charged one person. One person bought 4 Clair Obscur streams. I fucking bet Thomas feels great for that.
Understand? Or else I might have dropped Clair Obscur. That was actually a serious situation we were talking about a couple weeks ago, is I might drop the game entirely because no one's really showing up and supporting it. But I didn't want to do that because I'd already invested so much time and I liked the game so much. Well, it was because of the support of that fan, that longtime viewer. That's what allowed me to actually be able to continue and play this game and finish it.
So you were given money to complete a game that you were going to drop otherwise. Does that not make you a fucking paid shill? Thomas McDonald, who gave you $1,600, effectively sponsored you completing Clair Obscur. How is that different from other content creators getting a sponsorship to fucking play a game on stream?
Thank you so much to that viewer, because we might not have even seen the end if it hadn't been for that. I really appreciate that. So, I feel like I will go back to the game a few times this year when we have good weeks, and I'll just say, let's do a night stream of it. Let's do 2 hours tonight. Let's jump in and go into one of these optional dungeons and see what it's all about. And it'll be fun, because that's the kind of game that it is fun to jump in once in a while, see new enemies.
I mean, that is a fantastic fucking point to fair, Steve. Phil, we just watched, we fucking watched the fucking stream. There's the fucking highlights from last night's stream from Phil playing Clair Obscur. He was doing his best to fucking bribe his fucking audience to fucking give him money. He was doing his fucking, he's trying to get some sort of train war going. He was fucking going like, it's just ridiculous astronomical levels of fucking begging. Even shaming the fucking usual whales that were sitting there in chat but chose not to give money. This was last night. In the span of less than 24 hours. Phil was fucking retconned this shit. As I say, well, it didn't matter if I get support anyway because someone paid for it anyway. Like, Phil, I'm not believing your fucking narrative here. I'm just fucking saying here, this is like extreme moving of goalposts. I sincerely hope somebody fucking brings up why was Phil asking so heavily for money yesterday if it didn't even matter. Like, if Thomas McDonald's fucking massive whale Merry contribution from 2 Fridays ago was basically covering the fucking Clair Obscur shit, why was Phil so fucking desperate to fucking get money on these streams anyway? Was it just a desperation attempt at double dipping? Would be the first time Phil's double dipped or triple dipped or quadruple fucking dipped.
He's learned new parry patterns, I think it would be great. So we'll leave it at that. I hope that you enjoy the conclusion on the channel. I really liked it, but you got to understand, really, you got to understand that this is my life and my job. It's not just my hobby. If you don't understand, I'm sorry that, I've disappointed you. I tried as hard as I could to get people to be engaged and like that game, and it was just not working. I can only do so much as a gamer to make you know how much I like it and try to make it fun. I really tried, but what can you do? It's just not for everyone, all right? And I will just say this too. There were an awful lot of people who watched the playthrough and loved it, but then were mad when I wasn't going to do the content, and I said, then where were you on the nights I streamed it? Why didn't you support it?
Well, they might not have fucking money, for fuck's sake. I love how Phil's like, so people who turned up for his on-demand content, and enjoyed the on-demand content, thinking, I'm going to give Phil a view. He'll make ad revenue off me, I'm coming along to fucking watch his, on-demand content. And there's Phil bitching and saying, hey, where the fuck were you with your fucking money?
That's how it works. I put out content, you like it, you reciprocate with support, then I can make more content. Not, I give you all the content for free and you say, oh, thanks, give me more for free endlessly. It just can't work that way, okay? For those who did actually support Clair Obscur, thank you, because I really loved the game, and I appreciate those that did come by to try to keep it going. All right, so thank you for that. Okay, so Clair Obscur is...
Such a greedy bastard, man. Such a greedy piece of fucking shit. Fuck, he's like, where were you when I was begging for money? Well, Phil, you just fucking said that you didn't need fucking money for the last 4 streams because it was already paid for by some overly generous whale. So why were you looking for more money if somebody already fucking paid for it for you to finish it?
It's done, and Mind's Eye is done. All right, so now we have an opening in the schedule. Basically, we have about 2 weeks until the next major release of the month, which is actually going to be Death Stranding 2. So what do we got time for? I'll tell you. We got time for Onimusha 2 HD, a game that came out late last month that I wanted to play, but we were juggling way too many games. I think we're going to start it up next week, and it's a shorter game as well. People say it's 10 to 15 hours long, so that's a perfect game for this time period where we can kind of fit it in between everything else that we're doing, and it won't take up too much time. It won't be this endless playthrough that never ends. I really liked Onimusha 1 HD a few months ago, so this is a great time to jump into this one, and I hope that you will join me for that journey. So that's going to begin next week. Here, what I'll do, I haven't done this.
I'd say, well, I'm having a lot of fun reading Phil's fucking chat right now, YouTube and fucking Kick Chat fucking having a great fucking laugh at Phil's fucking bizarre narrative there. Tangy, savoury seasons there, saying, imagine if you owned a sandwich shop and the first hour you were open, you gave a speech about how you need to make money because this is a business and asking for ideas for sandwiches. Fucking hell.
in a while, actually. Let me briefly show you the schedule or what I'm planning, okay?
Who fucking cares?
Hold on. Oops, that's not what I wanted to click. This is what I wanted to click. Here we go. So, today's demo day on the entire first stream. So I hope that you guys will join me for that. That should be fun.
Well, here we go. Hold on. What's happening here? Phil is not planning a podcast on Tuesday because he's beginning a new playthrough. So I guess on Tuesday it'll be a shorter 3x3 bingo card as well. So Sunday and Monday, normal bingos, 5x5 cards, but on Tuesday it looks like it'll be a 3x3 card. Since Phil is planning to dedicate most of the fucking day stream to gameplay for a brand new game.
And then tonight, Friday Night Fights CVS 2. Now here's the deal. Capcom Fighting Collection 2 is almost completely dead already. It's only a—
Oh, shut the fuck up, you boring dick. Darkside Ranter is saying a large portion of your audience has a limited amount of funds provided by the government that they can give to you while covering necessities. That's why. You got to bear in mind as well. I mean, Phil hates it when we fucking bring this up. Phil does seem to get a lot of support at the first of the month when the welfare checks get fucking cashed. You know, I mean, we have noticed a pattern. That's all I'm saying. Detractors have noticed a pattern. When the first of the month comes round and the fucking welfare money comes in, whatever, for people that are on fucking, you know, the wheelchair, yeah, exactly. But it's like, it's usually about the first of the month when these fucking things drop massively for Phil. And people think that's why Phil likes to fucking try and organise marathons when it's almost the first, so he can try and cash in that big time. But it's a strange correlation there. I must say. I mean, there's definitely a pattern.
month. Oh, it's like came out around a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago. It's almost completely dead. Why? Because once again, I'm not kidding, for the third straight time, Capcom put in no effort, no support, and absolutely no conscious thought. They made a money grab collection. No.
Remind you of anyone putting in no effort to a fucking craft? I love to see Phil try and do better. He bitches and whines and moans but offers nothing constructive whatsoever as to how things could be better.
No crossplay. Shitty online connections, but doesn't actually tell you the quality of the connection before you join the match. A bad menu system. I could keep going, okay? They do this every time, and then these collections die within a month. So I want to play it tonight. We're going to see if we can find people. If we try to play and we can't find anyone, I'm actually considering buying this on PlayStation, because I've actually heard that more people bought it on PlayStation than PC, and there's more of an active player base on PlayStation for the game. So maybe I should do that. And the thing is, you might say, oh, you're going to lose all of your rankings. No one gives a shit about rankings. Seriously, they don't mean anything, especially in classic games. Likely I would jump in and fight the master level people and beat them, because I'm better at classic games than most of them anyway. So that'd be hilarious to see me beating these people in a rookie account and getting like 1,000 ranking points per fight. Right?
Why don't you back it up with a source? My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Right? So we'll see tonight what happens. If I can find matches, great, but if it's just shitty and laggy and we're got slow going, I might actually buy it on PlayStation and try that and see what happens there, okay? I'm off tomorrow. When I come back on Sunday, we're going to do...
Did Phil say idiot there? Hold on. I need to find this, sorry. Did Phil say the word idiot there?
If we try to play and we can't find anyone, I'm actually considering buying this on PlayStation, because I've actually heard that more people bought it on PlayStation than PC, and there's more of an active player base on PlayStation for the game. So maybe I should do that. And the thing is, you might say, oh, well, you're going to lose all of your rankings then. No one gives a shit about rankings. Seriously, they don't mean anything, especially in classic games. Likely I would jump in and fight the master level people and beat them, because I'm better at classic games than most of them anyway. So that'd be hilarious to see me beating these people in a rookie account and getting like 1,000 ranking points per fight.
Nah,
right?
I never
So
said
we'll
it.
see tonight what
My
happens.
bad.
If I can find matches, great, but if it's just shitty and laggy and we're got slow going, I might actually buy it on PlayStation and try that and see what happens there, okay? I'm off tomorrow. When I come back on Sunday, we're going to do more Lies of P DLC. It is a great DLC, except there was one annoying part yesterday, but I got past it. Now we're continuing on smoothly, and I'm actually enjoying the new weapons. I'm currently using a pair of Wolverine-style claws that are really neat.
Who fucking
And I'm looking forward to
cares?
more of that. We are going to do our truck sim stream on Sunday night, all right? Again with the wheel. I think that'll be neat. More truck sim with the wheel, and go from there. We've really enjoyed these interactive truck sim streams, talking and hanging out together. So let's see how it goes on Sunday. Monday, we're going to have Blueprints, because remember, last week Blueprints was on the chopping block, but you guys came by and supported it in droves. So more Blueprints this week as we actually headed to the end game, because we unlocked the Throne Room Blueprint, and apparently that leads to the actual end of the game. So we might actually beat it within a couple of streams. And then I'm going to do more Mario Kart Tour, more Mario Kart Knockout Tour multiplayer on Monday night.
I was going to say, like, how is Phil still going? Like, we are 23 minutes behind live DSP. He was meant to finish by now to start, doing his demo stuff. And yet, Phil is still going. Maybe he's waiting for a certain amount of contributions to come in before he starts the demos.
This is the good mode where you actually have to try to survive elimination. It was really fun when I did it last week. You guys wanted more of it. We'll do more of it. Then Tuesday, what we're going to do is no podcast.
Who fucking
I'm going to start
cares?
Onimusha 2 HD, and it's going to be an extended gameplay stream. No podcast. Start gameplay by around noonish and play around 4 hours of Onimusha 2 on that day. Okay?
Start by
Now,
noonish.
In regards to
Yeah, right.
Tuesday night, we have talked about the fact that since I now have this driving wheel accessory, we have to decide what the new game will be that I will actually try on this wheel. And there's a few options that we had discussed. Let me get to my wish list. The Steam store won't load. Great. There we go. And to reload twice. The first is a simulation called Assetto Corsa, okay? That's more of a straight-up driving sim. It's the most expensive of all the options, but it might be a fun one if really I have to learn how to drive a car, but I don't know what I'm doing, okay? The second option is called Dirt Rally 2.0. This is a game that's an off-roading game where you're in mud and you're doing all kinds of off-roading vehicles, stuff like that. And then lastly, Taxi Life. It's a taxi driving simulator where you're driving around Barcelona, Spain, picking up fares, and you're simulating running a taxi business. Any of those would be viable, and all three of those are completely different, okay? So we have to talk about that today, Sunday, Monday, and figure out what it is we want to do on Tuesday night and try it out. So let's talk about it. I don't know which one you'd be more interested in. All those sound good to me. Of course, I don't know how viable they'll be or how long-term they'll last, but hey, to try something, it looks like people are saying Taxi Life. Yeah, the Taxi Life would be interesting. The taxi game might be more up to your speed, people are saying. I might be down for it. I might be down for that. Okay, so maybe Taxi Life would be the next thing that we do. But let's talk about it for days. Let's not just determine it immediately. But hey, I would be down for that. Okay, so that's the recommendations that I'm getting right now. So that's going to be Tuesday night. And then for the rest of the week, we're going to juggle Onimusha 2 and Lies of P DLC as the daytime streams. And then the night streams will probably be Minecraft, will probably be like Wednesday. And then maybe Thursday we'll do an extra stream of something, whether it's maybe Mario Kart or something. And then Friday's probably going to be Friday Night Fights again, okay? So that's what we're looking at for the schedule next week. I hope that you guys will join me for it. It should be a good week of variety. And then the week after that is when we're going to start with new games, including Death Stranding 2. Okay? Sweet. All right. Now, one other thing. Oh, by the way, so we did a poll over on Kick so far, and the people on Kick seem to want Hell Is Us, but let's do a poll here on YouTube now. Start a poll. I can do 4 options on YouTube, right? Okay.
Who fucking cares?
Make the bad man stop.
It's boring. You're boring, everybody. Quit boring everyone.
I gotta mute this fucker. How do I do it?
This sucks. How do you fucking mute this asshole? This sucks. This sucks.
We'll save that one.
This sucks.
How do I mute this motherfucker? Mute you. Shut the fuck up.
Mina the follower. That's what.
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
No!
You better take a sale.
Please pay my bills. I'm nervous. Draft for cash. Get a real fucking job.
It's the 100-line Academy what?
Please tip me.
Last Defense Academy. Okay.
Because I have bills coming up. They fucked me again.
Okay. Here's a poll.
And my ass is so fucking
Please vote. Let's see what you guys want, okay? On the YouTube side. People have voted for Hell Is Us on the Kick side, so I'm curious to see what your feedback is. Now, guys, this is the final day of the week, all right?
Big time. I know a bag when I see it. I'm going to start. It's going to say this is definitely a bag.
So I'm curious to see what your feedback is. Now, guys, this is the final day of the week, all right? This week has been up and down and all around. We started off the week slow. Then we had a bunch of great streams with giant amounts of support. Then we sputtered with Mind's Eye, which sucked. And then last night, on the conclusion of Clair Obscur, I once again had one of the slowest streams I've had in years. I'm happy that the games that you guys don't like are behind us. You know what I mean? Like Clair Obscur, it's over, all right? We can move on to other stuff you guys want to see. I hope you guys will now support the streams today. On this demo day, if you like what we're doing here and the fact that I'm giving you control over what demos we play, you like the variety, please support today's stream. Let's hit a goal. We're at 14 out of 20 goals hit, all right? Was hoping to be way closer because I wanted to do DSP Tries It Mod Pizza either on Monday or Tuesday of next week. But it's okay if we don't. I just need to kind of know exactly when we're going to do it. You know, for me, I got to go grocery shopping and stuff and figure out how many meals and how many stuff for the week and plan that out. Right now, being at 14 out of 20, it's kind of up in the air. I don't know if we would even make it for a Monday or Tuesday DSP Tries It, maybe later in the week, right? But let's get some support rolling again. Let's get back on track. I understand that sadly, you know, Clair Obscur didn't have a lot of support, but let's turn that around today. Let's hit that goal on this very stream. Let's do it again for fighting games tonight. Let's keep that rolling. Let's get the support back in line so that we can have more consistency and we know exactly when we're going to be doing this stuff, okay? Fair enough? Speaking of which, we're getting our first support of the day right now. Let's see here.
Who fucking cares?
Someone's at $2 and says, I can confirm PlayStation is stacked with players for CVS. I run a fighting game stream and there's way more activity on the PlayStation. Okay. Well, I may get it then tonight. I'll try to get on PC. If we end up sitting around with our thumb up our butts and no one's showing up, then we'll probably end up getting the PlayStation version. You know, what can you do? I want to play classic fighting games and I guess I gotta play them where people are at. And then anonymous $2 tipper says, how about a reaction to the new Superman movie trailer? It's 2 minutes long. I'm not doing any reacting today. We're gonna get into gameplay relatively soon. And you know, maybe in the future I would do some movie trailer reacting. Problem, of course, is every time I do that, my content either gets blocked or claimed, and then I can't make any money on it, which is annoying because it's my content. I don't know why my react isn't mine, and it should be my property, but apparently it's not because YouTube is a piece of dog shit and just does whatever it wants. But yeah, I won't be doing that this morning. But thanks for the suggestion. Got another $2 tip here. So this person says, I noticed you get way more super chats and tips than subs or memberships. I think that's why you struggle to have consistency and support. Most streamers rely on their consistency and memberships or subscriptions. It's completely false. Just because you don't actively see everyone coming to stream to subscribe or to be a member doesn't mean they don't do it. I have a consistent base of members on YouTube, and I have a consistent base of subs on Kick, and it's actually growing. When I started on Kick, I only had about 40 to 50 consistent subs. I have over 100 now who actively renew their subscriptions every month. And then, of course, on top of that, you see the gifted subs and the gifted memberships. And that's where you see it being sporadic, where I might have 1 week where all of a sudden I get a ton of gifted subs on Kick or a big member bomb on YouTube. Then the next week, it doesn't happen, right? But that's the thing, you're only seeing the stream side of things, and that's why it looks different than it really is. There is a consistent group of people who support me behind the scenes of stuff. A lot of people on YouTube particularly don't even watch the streams. They actually just watch the on-demand videos. So
Jesus fucking Christ. That's fucking embarrassing. I was like, I got a lot of people who support me on YouTube, but don't give a shit about my YouTube content.
they'll become a member, and you'll never see it pop up on a stream or anything like that, because they don't do it on the stream. They just do it, behind the scenes. Okay. So we got.
Imagine being ashamed of supporting Phil Burnell. That you fucking, I need to support you behind the scenes because I'm embarrassed to fucking give you money, Phil. Here you go. Don't you dare tell anyone I'm giving you money. Fucking hell. Apparently, we have won bingo. We got 50 likes, which is not a free space, which means we have won. We have 5 free spaces and we have 5 spaces left.
Burger.
There we go.
Full house. Oh boy, how exciting. Anyway,
that is our bingo background image today. As you can see, this is Phil Burnell's wet dream. People throwing him their fucking wallets and money and food raining down from the sky as Phil salivates and practically drowns in his own fucking saliva. So yeah, that's the bingo background image for today's stuff. Good stuff indeed. But yeah, we've won bingo. We're victorious in bingo today. Excellent stuff indeed. That adds 10 buckaroos to the bingo prize fund. Happy days indeed. Let's go to live DSP and see how he's doing, shall we?
I will be back on Sunday.
Oh,
Remember, tomorrow, Saturday is my day off.
Thank fuck. But yeah, Omega Sauce, who of course is Ian S. So Omega Sauce on Kick is Ian S. on YouTube. For some reason, he has like 2 different names in 2 different places. So 1 gifted sub from Ian S. on Kick. But the current goals, so Phil's only on $17. He's only got $17 so far for that extended Not a Podcast podcast.
Sure, and this, nope, that was wrong. I need to do this. There we go. I need to.
So there's Phil's list of games again. Kingdom Come, Deliverance 2 appears to have gone. You know? I said Phil claims he's not interested in the fucking game, but it looks like Phil got a refund of the game or something. Or I just fucking deleted it altogether from his library, so yeah, it's gone. Poppy Playtime's there. Missing Hikers there. Mind's Eye still there that he fucking hates. Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza still fucking there. The 5 Nights at Freddy's games are all still fucking there. But for some reason, he has not got Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Just strange that he'd got rid of that game, but he's kept all these other ones like Hitman and Blood Money. Just kind of strange that that's still fucking there. David Dennis saying, can you see how much is in his wallet? How would you see that? How would you see that information? This is full screen. Is it at the top of the screen?
This,
As it show up? Where would it show up? It's in the top right.
Nope, that was wrong.
I don't think we can see anything in the top right.
I need to set up the.
Not just Dark Side
hold
Phil.
on.
Nah, I don't think it shows us.
Turn off all these big blaring, shining lights, blinding lights.
Nah, that information seems to be hidden. Okay, I'm looking at the very top row. Nah, I'm seeing nothing.
My camera's going the correct way, right? It is.
Oh, who
Yeah,
cares,
okay.
Phil? Who cares? So he uninstalled it.
Alrighty.
So I either got a refund for the game or just uninstalled the fucking thing. But that's what I'm saying. Why would he keep all the 5 Nights at Freddy's games and Hitman Blood Money and like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza? Why would those games, and even Mind's Eye, that he's fed up with it now, why has he got those games still on his fucking installed? And yet he only removes fucking Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. It's weird that he's only done that one. I don't know. It's a bit funky to me, but there you go.
Are we ready?
Oh, so boring, Phil.
There's something special. Today I'm checking out the demo.
Oh, get fucking demos, Phil. Fuck you. Anyway, we're done with the bad man. The bad man's done. Okay? So fuck it. Guys, we are not done though. Today is Friday. Friday the 13th. Unlucky for some, but I am hoping it'll be lucky for us. Because we still need to fucking have some marble fun. And we're going to try and complete 3 separate, very challenging marble courses to see if we can add some more bingo prize fund money to that bingo prize fund. So don't go there, guys. I'm going to add the newest marbles to the list. And then when we return, we'll try and complete 3 very challenging marble courses. We just need 1 single marble to get across the fucking finish line. If they fucking manage that, it adds $10 to that completed fucking course. So don't go anywhere, guys. I'll be right back. Enjoy some Scottish otters.
Let me be clear. Now, I'm not a political guy, right? But this is twice in 1 year that I had stuff stolen straight out from under me, see? So, finally, at the end of the shopping trip, it hit me. I gotta get this cranberry sauce, because I'm gonna grab it now, I'm gonna forget about it, right? So, I'm not stupid. I grabbed my phone. I was gone for 2 minutes. Someone stole my card. My brain was addled. My head was being rattled. They're out of their fucking minds. They're going to keep getting away with it all the time. I was gone for 2 minutes. They stole my pumpkin pie. Just to confirm, I grabbed an employee, and they said, definitely someone stole. No worker took this cart. So I asked the checkout guy, was like, they're all getting some endorphin high. No logic, no reason everywhere. In this state, any opportunity, anything, they just take. Stupid kleptomaniac fucks stole my grocery bags for an endorphin rush.
Alright, good people, we have returned. And as you can see, we have a whole bunch of maps to try and choose from. I kind of actually want to, like, where is it? This is the one that we've come close to completing several times before. Like, I feel so, we're going to play this one at the end, okay? The balancing beaming course one is the one that we fucking have come close on 2 occasions to completing, but we haven't quite got there. We'll play that as a bonus at the end, okay? We're going to play 4 maps today, but we'll play 3 ones, so we know what that one's like. This one here is a very tough one, a very challenging one, but I know it's fucking possible. I'm determined to fucking complete it. In fact, whoever's marble is responsible for completing that course, if we complete this course, I think deserves a special prize. But anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we fucking come to it, okay? First of all, course, so you know the rules. We pick 3 separate courses, 3 random 99% elimination courses, that we have not played yet before. This is also just to try and add some more bingo prize fund money. If your marble wins, then thank you, but it adds bingo prize fund money. This is not, also at the end of the month we're going to have a random marble race. We'll pick a random course, and whoever wins that, of course, is the winner of the bingo, you know, half a bingo prize fund. But yeah, this is all just to try and add some extra bingo prize fund money by picking random, very challenging courses. We have 170 marbles. 2 new marbles were added to the list. So we have 170 different unique marbles now. So I think I'm going to try and pick, what course should we pick here? Some of these are very short. This one's like 13 fucking seconds. Fuck that shit. Nah, I'm not gonna bother with that. This one's 28 seconds, 19 seconds. Why so many short courses? Nah. This one here, Corny Deadly Catastrophe by Metal L. Almost got 100 plays. Fuck it, we'll go for that. You know, so our first course is Corny Deadly Catastrophe. Let's see. Ah, balls. Wait. I need to go back. It reset the fucking number of players. I need to go back. Hold on 2 seconds. It looks fucking crazy, but I need to fix something. Yeah. It should say 170 marbles, but it said 168. I need to fix it. 2 seconds. I see straight away. I saw it. I was like, ah, shit. Hold on. Where is it? Corny. Where are you? There you are. Corny Deadly Catastrophe. There it is there. That's what it was. It's on that. So you need to click on bots and it can reset. 170 is the number we have. Not 160. 170. Here we fucking go. Take 2. A wee bit of a false start there. That's my bad. That's on me. But here we fucking go. This is the course we have. What the fuck is... So, all our marbles are there. Well, that looks awful. We gotta get past this specky bastard. You know, all these fucking hammers are fucking doom. Now, I believe this one looks familiar, actually. Look at the fucking deadly corn at the end with fucking lasers coming out its fucking eyes. The corn and the cob's gonna fucking cook you. Oh, fuck it. Let's just go. Let's just start. And I think I'll wait over here. Healing out soldier, the first one through. And the first one to die. Oh, fucking unlucky for that. And it's 2 separate routes as well. It looks like if you land on top or land on bottom. But yeah, Not a Fox though is miles ahead. I think it's only fair to keep up with Not a Fox. Daijo Dan not far behind, and Kyle as well is there. So you want to go down the way here. There we go. Daijo Dan is taking lead. Can they still? Oh, they're going sideways. They're going sideways. This is very bad. This is very bad. But they've landed in the lower course, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. Let's go to Stubert. Stubert though is flying miles ahead because they stayed in the fucking steps. Jesus Christ. Okay, Stubert seems to know what I'm fucking doing here. Now, going left is awful. You want to go right here, I think. I think going right past the star is the play. Because left looks like a fucking nightmare. Left is extremely dangerous. So here we go. Stubert. We're following Stubert. Can they drop into this portal? They do, perfectly. Stubert is doing fantastic so far. They've stopped dead, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. What happens here? I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. We are down to our last 6 marbles. We've just been too busy enjoying Stubert's fucking speedrun. The end is in sight here. I think it's... Well, oh, you bastard. Stubert got fried. And now we're back miles behind with Puddy, who's got knocked off the course. They got knocked backwards to their fucking demise. Oh, unlucky. Unfortunate. Fucking laser beams fucking destroying us all. I'm willing to try that one again. Just for the, you know, because it feels like, I don't know how close we were. It's a very chaotic map. Like, because obviously so many marbles just die straight away. You're getting hammered. You're getting hammered to the doom. Probably getting sent to a fucking different map. BST is flying. Oh, can we catch up with BST? So BST is on some X game shit here. Mr. Gorehill on the other side here. They will drop down first. BST is a good drop here. but I don't like the angle they're going at here. They need a really good strong bounce here. Captain Murphy is speeding metals ahead. I need to catch up with Captain Murphy then. Well, he's gone. Let's go back to BST. BST surviving lavers. He's going very slow. He's going very slow. But he threads the needle. BST threading the needle perfectly. Avoiding the barrel. Joe Badger just flying past us off screen. There are marbles of further ahead. Gang of Wolves has just fallen to demise though. So there are some marbles up here. Warren, for example, is the furthest forward marble. Emeroid not far behind. 15 marbles left now. We've got Joshua Huff who's just got Centerman. Emeroid. Oh, that's bad. Nope. Let's go back. Now also we want red tag Mugiwara knows where they're going. Because if you pay attention to Emeroid, you need to be dead center here. They managed to land dead center. Okay, Emeroid managed to do that perfectly. That was very well done from them. Where's Emma? Oh, they're there. For God's sake, I don't know what's not go. Emma's gone. Red tag Mugiwara. Last of 3 marbles. We've got red tag Zeno and Woods. First, second, and third. Not too sure where. Well, Zeno's gone. And Woods is back there. And Woods is the last hope. And Woods is in the air. Oh, for God's sake. But they land it. And they're dead. Because I hit that fucking... Ah, for God's sake. Well, we'll try it again, and we just fucking failed. So there we fucking go. We'll go back to the race menu, and we're going to pick a second different map. So, community maps. Elimination ones. 99%. And I think the next one we shall pick shall be... Almost impossible. No, that's 13 seconds. Too short. What one should we pick? Illuminated dynamite pile sounds quite curious to me. It's only a minute long on average, but it sounds explosive. Let's give that a go, shall we? Right, so what have we got here? We got some sort of like Plinko style shenanigans at the start. This looks pretty straightforward, apart from why are there a bunch of hammers just not doing anything? It looks like these get activated by something. Like what the hell? Why are there random tires up here? I'm very confused why this thing is... I'm so confused. Screw it. Let's go. Ah, now the hammers are moving. All of them are moving now. I guess some of them don't start moving until you actually start. But yeah, I haven't got enough hammers to try and get through. But obviously, first of all, we'll try and get marbles to go down here. Obviously, they have to get down all that whole thing first. The first marble's out. BR Joe is the first one out. I need to go through this cannon here. Oh, we have some marbles now, and now this is where things get challenging. Yeah. Chris Sizemore, though, is doing quite well. Chris Sizemore is killing it. Chris Sizemore may have... He's only got one more... Don't you dare be stuck. Bob isn't stuck. Hey, Bob. Oh, shit. Chris Sizemore. Damn it! Get back, dude. Gordon Flowers. They're gone. But Grandpa Joe! One of the newest marbles added to the list. And Mookie as well. Oh, Jesus Christ. Even fucking Mookie got to fucking finish.
I mean, it's terrible.
No.
Is there nothing?
No.
Oh, God, shut the fuck up, you cunt!
There's Mookie. So yeah, even Mookie got to fucking finish. But yeah, there we go. Grandpa Joe is one of the newest marbles added to the list of marbles. You know, that's what I'm saying though. The more marbles we have, the better our odds are of completing some of these very challenging fucking courses. But there we fucking go. In this case, 2 marbles made it to fucking finish right at 170. There we go. We add $10 more to the bingo prize fund because of that. So we have one more normal course to do, of course. Well, I say normal. One more course to do, and then we're going to try that balancing beam one again. So we'll try this one here. Marvelous Havoc Movement. This one sounds quite intriguing. Let's wait and see what happens here. This one seems straightforward enough. You go through a wee spinny thing, go in a circle, you go down here, little elevator, and you get shot out to... Wait, I'm confused. Where do you go from here? You just die? I'm awfully fucking confused. I'm very confused. Well, let's start, and I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see where I end up. So, I'm very confused how this is going to work here. Like, did it get launched up somehow? Oh. Well, that explains a lot. There are some marbles that survived and are so far ahead. Voodoo People has skipped most of the course. Oh, that's not a very unkind bounce. I think you want to try and bounce off, you want to try and bounce off the other side of that to go forward. So, like, let's, Red Tag Mugiwara. Somehow still alive. Somehow still alive. BR joke. Let somebody else blow up the barrels. Red Tag's been blown up. There we go. Let other people blow up the fucking bombs. There we fucking go. Red Tag just knocked off Ulopots. So that is what is meant to happen. There. So surely this is the end is in sight then, isn't it? So you come out here. Some marbles have been sent all the way here, so hold on. I guess there's no guarantee I'll be in the middle here. The finish line is in the middle. So if you don't go down the middle, you get knocked to the side. But that is not what's happened here. Diablo Lord of Darkness manages to get a finish, and Alimac as well. In fact, multiple marbles have managed to get a fucking finish. 99% elimination Mars. I feel like I've been conned by the marble maps. We got 5 fucking people, 6 people finishing this fucking map. It's still another 10 buckaroos to bingo prize on those, so from the 3 marble maps we've picked today, 2 of them have resulted in finishes, which means we add $20 extra to the bingo prize, and I think I'll do that right now actually. Let me do that right now before I fucking forget. So 2 seconds here. The bingo prize one, as you can see on the screen, those 2 bingo, marble races brings us over the $200 mark on that bingo prize fund. Excellent stuff indeed. Now, I did say, I had one more thing in mind. I want to try and complete this course. I'm going to give us 10 minutes. I've explained this course before. I really like this course. I think this is a fantastic fucking course. I think this is a genius fucking course. So, no one usually dies on this course, okay? If you fail the obstacle course, you get sent back to the start through this portal, and you have to slowly spin round and come out and get dropped off here. And then the whole aim is to get balanced and stay balanced on this entire fucking thing. You balance here, you hug the wall here, you bounce across here precariously, you go up here, you balance down here, and then you try not to fall off as you get down here, and then you get knocked up here. Fantastic stuff indeed. And then you get carried up the way here into an elevator. That takes you up here, brings you up down here, you cross here precariously, you do a wall ride here like this, and you fucking land here, and you go up the way here and try not to fucking fall off the edge. Then you go through a wee tube here, try and stay balanced on this as well, balance on here. And the real tricky part here, of course, lots of marbles have gotten here, okay? Lots of marbles have gotten to this point. But the problem here is staying on the course when you go down this hill here. When you go down this hill, usually momentum is so great that you fucking fall off here. But if you manage to fucking survive and stay on, you got these little steps to go over, right? Bit by bit. And then you go down here, hit the trampoline, you go up into the fucking air, and you land in here. You know? Now, this is the closest we have gotten to completing this course. The finish is right there. But 2 marbles that I've landed in here before landed on the side. And it just meant they went and rolled right off one side, over the other, and landed back down the ground, which meant they were off the course and had to start again, because that's where the portal was, and it gets essentially back there. But we have come close multiple times. That's the course, okay? Now, from my understanding, this course has been completed 3 separate times only. You know? So it is definitely possible, of course. But it is just very, very challenging. I am thinking that if we have one marble that completes this course for us, as well as and some bingo prize fund money, I think that winning marble also deserves a special little prize themselves. Well, let's see if that actually happens. Let's cross that bridge when we come to it. We have 10 minutes, okay? So the final 10 minutes of the stream, you know, it is what it is, okay? And in case people are curious, you know, we'll go back temporarily quickly, you know, to the stream. This full stream, as you can see, is going on right now. His top super chat is $2. His top tip is like fucking Mr. Tenebris. Tenebris Somnia with what, $5 up. So what's his total? This is live DSP, of course. His total King's tax total so far is still $17. So there you fucking go. But you're not missing anything, by the way, on the bingo map, on the marble map. As I said, the marbles, most of the, if you fail, you end up back down here, it takes you down there, you drop in here, and you go for the portal, and it sends you all the way back to the start there, as you can see. So yeah, there we fucking go. As I said, I really like this course. It's just a very unique course. You know, I just love how it flows. I just fucking think it's such a unique course. They've done so much with the space that they had there, you know? And it's just such a challenging little bastard of a course, so, you know, I just really like this course. Yeah, and fatality rate as well is nice. Nobody dies in this. There is, I think it is possible to die, you know? Like, if you land up here and you get fucking yeeted this way, you might fall off down here, I don't know. So I think it is possible to die. But so far, from our plays of the course, we've not had anyone perish. So here is Codeine Crusader. Can they make it over the... They do, you know, but they don't stay on, that's the thing. So Codeine Crusader was not far away there. Damien Anderson. Next to track. Can they stay balanced? They can, you know. So here we go. Damien Anderson is on the balance. Can they stay on though? This is about here. You see the speed. The speed when you get around that corner. That's what usually happens. You get thrown off because you got so much speed. It's me! Look at my marble. Don't tell me I'm going to fucking... There's no fucking way. Can you imagine if my fucking marble fucking done it? God damn it. That would be incredible. My own fucking marbles. You know, fuck that. Also, this is the last step, also, is this part here. Just getting to this bit is awkward, as you can see. Johnny Chase. Can they stay on? Nope, they cannot. It is a very, very challenging course. But this corner is the one killer for sure. Mr. Gorehill is next here. Not bad, unlucky though. But you can see, like, also, let's follow a marble. Let's not follow these marbles. Fuck it. I'm going to follow Meow Blocked. Okay, Meow Blocked is our chosen marble of choice to follow. As I said, this bit takes forever. And the annoying bit about this part is that, you know, you're not guaranteed to get out the other end. It is not a guarantee. If there's too many marbles in the way, you might be stuck and have to go around again. That happens sometimes. See, it's going to happen there, I think. It's going to happen. No, maybe not. You go here, you go there. Oh, that's so unlucky. That's so unlucky. So many marbles in the way. The one problem, of course, here, of course, everyone might get in each other's way. Look at Ira. Ira's stuck here, and then he gets to get knocked off because there's so many marbles coming their way. 130 marbles, all having a go at trying to complete the course. Poor Ira got bullied. So who's here? So the wall ride. I love this fucking wall ride. The problem, of course, is that a lot of the times you're usually going too fast at this point in time. There should be some sort of wall here. Sin managed to stop in time. Good stuff. And can Sin manage to... Nope, they can't stay on. But yeah, if you all ride it too effectively, you end up overshooting the fucking thing, which kind of feels a bit cruel. Say, like, you're being punished for doing it too good. Like Jay, for example, there done it very well, and they got punished for doing it too well. That seems unfair, you know what I'm saying? We'll keep a wee eye in a section here to see who makes it across. I just think this bit here, this is a tough bit. This is a cylinder. You gotta try and go across. From here, you gotta be perfectly centered. And a lot of marbles fail this bit. The Sortie managed to do it just about, but they couldn't keep the balance, so they were not dead center. Woods gets knocked off at the end as well. Paul J. Brazo Jr. That looks good. Paul J. Brazo Jr. Good little run there. Can they stay on? That's looking not bad, you know. That's looking not bad. Can Paul J. Brazo Jr. slow down? Oh, they're unlucky. They were unfortunate. If we can see here, some marbles could not get off in time. Broside Phil was one of the marbles that could not get out in time. Had to go around the entire fucking sun again. Very unfortunate indeed. Broside Phil, too buff to fucking get out the fucking hole. They were too slow to fucking get out the hole. But yeah, it's a very challenging course, as I said. You know, I mean, that's a 6 minutes gone already. We've had a couple of close calls, but no one's gotten as far as last time. It's just, I'm determined to see somebody complete a Sideways Dutchman. Can Sideways Dutchman be our hero today? They're still on, and they're off. Sticky Man right behind them though. Sticky Man! Okay, we have a chance. We have a chance. We have a chance, guys. Sticky Man. Son of a bitch. They couldn't stick the landing. Sticky Man couldn't stick the landing. Oh, so close. Once again, we have come so close. And yet, we're still so far away from the finish. But it feels unfair. That we were so close. If somebody lands that cleanly and effectively, then that's it. Because you just go down, and that's you. You've won. Ah, it's infuriating. It's so infuriating. We got a few more minutes, but I don't think it's going to happen, guys. Still, you never know. May have time for one more solid attempt. There's Woods. Nope, too far. Woods being punished for being too good at the wall ride. Lisa Bird. Nope, can't stick the landing. This Optimist. Can they this Optimist? That's a good effort. So this Optimist, can they stay on the beam? Can they stay on? Here we go. This Optimist. Come on, this Optimist, please, 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 please. Ah, yeah, fucking flew off at a fucking rocket. I'm convinced that we can do this. I am convinced that we can have somebody complete this course. But yeah, it's just obviously time's a factor, you know what I mean? We could be here for fucking ages and fucking wait for someone to come to finish whatever. But, you know, obviously that's... You'd be driving crazy after a fucking while, you know? But yeah, we'll wait until a 10-minute mark. And then we'll call it time. 170 marbles, all trying their best to get to the very end. Larry is next to have a go here. Can they stay on the beam? No, they cannot. You would think that being in the pipe would fucking have you centered enough to fucking go through the beam and stay on the beam, but I guess not. Kyle Denson as well came out the fucking pipe there at a bit of a strange angle, which meant they fall off straight away. But you'd think this fucking pipe though would have like centered you enough. But I guess not. We're down to our final minute here. Can we have somebody have a final go here? Can somebody have one final attempt? Let's see here. Codeine Crusader cannot stick the landing. Sam Babar. Can they stay on? They're going to stay on. So Sam Babar, if they stay level here. No, they couldn't quite hold on. That might be all she wrote, guys. Goodness me. I have been tempted to like play this out and just like record it to see who finishes. Like to see how long it would fucking take, you know, but I don't know. Oh, Chori Taint. They made it through. Chori Taint is going to have one last goal. Looks like this is also right towards the end here. But Chori Taint could be a last second hero. And they're dead. Well, not dead, but it fell off. Stephen Housley is on, and they're off again. And I think that is it. Yeah, no one else going to come close here. Prophet, will let Prophet have a go? Not Prophet just fell. Joe Badger up there as well, but I think they're done as well. Damn it. BST. Save us, BST. Nope, they're going as well. Okay, we're done. We gave it a fair go, but it was not to be. Not today anyway. Although, it was not a bad bingo run, you know. We managed to add $20 to Bingo Prize Fund, which is excellent stuff indeed, of course, you know. And David Ozzy, as you can see, Phil Monell playing this demo, he's still on $17. What's he got to say for himself?
Okay, your lock on. Okay. I did. X, perform regular attacks. Well, that was easy. Why was it so hard for her? Maybe she was just a weak...
Jesus fucking Christ, man. Is Phil seriously complaining about the difficulty level in a fucking demo? Okay, fuck it. I'm done. I'm done, man. I'm fucking done, man. Guys, I'm going to wrap things up there. Thank you very much for joining me. For some, I know it was a shorter bingo today, you know what I mean? But it was, you know, Phil had a shorter podcasting, you know. Nothing we can do, not jazz. But we shall return on Sunday for some more bingo antics. Remember, obviously, tomorrow, Saturday, Phil's day off, so there's no bingo tomorrow. We're back on Sunday for some more bingo antics. I do hope you enjoyed this your Friday, though. Enjoy your Saturday as well. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. Whatever it is you end up getting up to. I hope you have a fucking fan-David-Ozzy time. I'm going to end things how I always end things. I put notorious PIG contributions made by supremely talented Pixar animations. So guys, until Sunday, I hope you all have a good time, and I'll catch up with you all later. Goodbye.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden greenbacks start falling from the sky and you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Free. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that.